What's going on, everybody? I'm going to be doing the live watch party. Javier Fortuna versus Ryan Garcia. First, we got the undercard coming up. Luis Verón, who from Argentina. He actually fought Elvis Rodriguez before versus Alexis Rocha. Some people that Golden Boy wants to see what they have here. They think he's a good prospect, so they match him up with somebody who's faced one of the top 140 prospects and wants to see how he fares against him. He took Elvis to the decision, so if Rocha could get a stoppage, you can make a statement. You know, uh, but yeah. This is I'm going to be doing a live commentary for this fight as well as the Ryan Garcia Javier Fortuna fight. I started with the undercard for anybody who was going to join me anyways. Goes, oh snap, he's also doing the undercard. Yeah, baby, we working, man. We working. Uh, both fighters are currently just waiting in the corner for the bell to ring. Not much is going on. Referee acting if they ready. All right, here we go. Here we go. All right, Southpaw Orthodox. Um, Rocha is Southpaw. Verone is Orthodox. This sometimes leads to head clashes. Hope it doesn't happen, but it does seem to happen a lot when it's Southpaw Orthodox, especially if two inexperienced fighters, maybe they both make a silly mistake and headbutt each other. So let's not hope for that. But right now, Alexis Rocha using his jab real well, pushing him back. All right. Looks like Verone is setting traps. And I'm surprised he's doing that so early without gathering the rhythm. But hey, he's confident in his counter punches, and he's swinging really hard for the first round. Usually, guys are a little bit more careful in the first round, but he probably came out trying to make a statement in the stands. He's a foreigner, and you know sometimes they may not go to the decision if he might not get the decision if he really wins. So maybe he's getting aggressive. And to be fair, Argentinian fighters in general are usually really aggressive, like Maidana, Matisse. Sergio was more of a boxer, but he definitely had his moments where he would get aggressive, and he has some pretty sick knockouts. Uh, but yeah, see, Rocha seems to be controlling this aggression that Verone is having, because even when Verone is having success, it's not flush. It's not something where he's moving Rocha. See, Rocha just landed a nice straight left hand, even made him do a little dance there. I'm not saying he like really hurt him, but made him do a little dance. I like so far what Roach is doing in this round. It's still a minute and a half left. Anybody's round uh, to to win right now. But I like what Roach has done so far. Oh, a nice little like long left hand. Verone, that was pretty slow of him to not get out the way of. Yeah. I like Roach's control of distance. He keeps the fight at the same distance without panicking from Verone's pressure right there. And once he jumps on the jab, he has Verone backing up. This is definitely a Rocha round. I like how he's controlled the distance. And yes, he's gotten tagged a few times, but a lot of times those punches weren't clean. He was getting hit where he was getting hit, but it's a fight. Not that he was, it was jaw rattling punches. But Verone used a lot of energy there. Like for a first round, not he didn't use a lot of energy in the sense like for a round, but for the first round, that was a lot of energy. But and I still gave it to Rocha, so that's a really bad round in that sense for this fight. I got that 10-9. Well, let me see if any of my co-hosts now. I got some co-hosts coming to join me later. I sent them the link, but I will have to check between rounds if they hop on. So please excuse me if they hop on late and they only score like 4 rounds with me. But they'll definitely be with me for the Ryan Garcia Javier Fortuna fight. Definitely. my round's about to start. Hold on, let me double check. No co-host yet. All right, round started. All right, they're both now just measuring each other out. See, now this is how Verone should have came out in the first round. He came out way too aggressive, like setting traps and then coming forward and trying to like. See, now it looks like he's trying to box, and Roach is getting more aggressive and landed two nice body shots. So Verone is better off in the front foot, I guess, because once he started boxing, now he's getting hit with punches that are landing a lot more clean and a lot more effective, specifically to the body. So it's in his best interest to push back Rocha. I realize, if he can, if he can, because maybe he was pushing him back in the first round because Rocha was still measuring him out, which is what any fighter should do. He just caught him with a nice left hand right there, buckled him a little bit. Okay, yeah, Rocha has total control of this fight, by the way. Total control of this fight. Oh, he got caught with a nice left hook by Verone, so can't get too cocky. But then he lands a nice. Well, he didn't really land, but a glancing nice left hook, and then he did it again. It's kind of like a glance. He hasn't landed clean yet, but if he lands that clean, especially now that he's breaking down the body, it could be problems for Verone. Yeah. But Verone's a tough guy, though. I will say that. I remember that from the Elvis Rodriguez fight. Elvis Rodriguez, although Verone gave him trouble, he did get hit a lot with, and Rodriguez is a puncher. His record speaks for itself. 13-1 with 12 knockouts. So he was the only one that went the distance with Elvis. So that does tell me that he has a good chin. And although his defense at times is kind of awkward, it is effective. Like he is not getting necessarily hit clean at times. Although he does to the body, he has been hit with a couple shots, so he needs to watch out for that. But he does keep his hands up when he needs to, and he does move his head. It just looks awkward doing it. But it's in his best interest to come forward, though. It's in his best interest to come forward because this isn't his fight right now. And I got to give that round to Rocha, man. I got to give that round to Rocha. Although I do like a little bit what Verone did towards the end. I got to give that round to Rocha again. Sorry. Yeah, he's coming forward. All right. Yeah, all right. Both the fighters and me were anticipating when the round was gonna end. We just kept looking like they were both. Well, we were just waiting for the bell to end because I know that the time keep was coming. The time was ending. Right in the chat, how y'all got that scored? I got it scored 2-0 for Rocha. 2-0. And I'm really excited for this fight. Ryan Garcia. Well, let me not say that. I found out that it was Javier Fortuna's team that requested the fight be at 140. So this lets me know that Javier Fortuna, they're saying he took a 7-week training camp instead of an 8-week training camp, which Dominicans, we always get a fight on short week notice. At least 1 week short, we get it. And then the Dominican curse kicks in. Give us the fight on time. They try to do that with Carlos Adames. Jaime Munguia did it twice, try to offer him fights. Knowing he on short notice, knowing these dudes get tired at the end. So they want to do that. Give us these fights on short week notice, man. So I'm hearing he's not in good shape. He did look soft at the weigh-in. He didn't look like ripped up. And he did look a little chubby when I interviewed him. I don't know. I don't know if he's in shape. But he is just a wild man that he might just land a stupid left hook or something like that. By the way, Roach has been he's been doing good this round. He's been doing good this round as well. But now Verone is I don't know. I'm not sure what his game plan is. I guess it's just to try to counter. I guess he's controlling the aggression now. He's controlling the aggression. Like he is getting pushed back, but it's not like he's getting beat up. Although he just got hit with a couple body shots right there. Yeah. All right. Oof. You know, Verone is not being active enough. He's too busy trying to control not being hit. Like he's too interested in his defense. Like he's not looking to hurt his opponent for whatever reason. I feel like he's just busy setting traps, which he doesn't let go at all. Like he hasn't set no traps. Roach has been, oof, nice body shots by Rocha. But yeah, Roach has been active enough where if you had a trick up your sleeve that you're waiting to counter him with, it would have landed already. He has been active enough. Oh, see, and now Roach is trying to set up traps, and now Roach is trying to set up traps. Once Verone started opening up, he tried a nice, quickie, slick counter shot. He missed it, but that'll keep Verone from opening up. Seeing that he threw that sneaky punch, that's in his arsenal. Nice right hook by Rocha. Yeah, Rocha went back to taking control. Once he showed him that little trick, he's waiting there setting counters as well. Verone goes, oh no, he's on to my game and he's playing my game against me. Because that's what Verone is trying to do. He's just not letting it go. He's not throwing no punches. How many punches has he thrown this round? Yeah, nah. Yeah, none of that Verone threw landed. That's another round for Rocha. Damn, Elvis couldn't knock this guy out? Yo, man, what the hell was that? Elvis, don't tell me you couldn't knock this guy out. I gotta rewatch that fight. I know Elvis. He had a little bit of a rough time, but I do remember him winning clearly. I gotta rewatch that one. Man, look, they showing the welterweights right now. Alexis Rocha 25. Oh, they got Brandon Lee. Brandon Lee's really a 140 pounder, but they got him at a welterweight 23. Connor Ben 25. Virgil Ortiz 24. Jaron Ennis. The hell was that? Um, he's 25 as well. Like they have a nice crop of young welterweight prospects coming up. Oh, by the way, so this is at 147 because Roach is a 147 pounder. All right, so Verone moved up in weight. So all right, so this, yeah, that plays many factors as to what might be happening. You know, he might be small for this weight class. He might have just moved up. I'm not too sure. I haven't looked at his box rec, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe he's aware that he should be fighting at a lower weight class, and it's like, whoa, these guys hit hard up here. I'm scared to open up. Could be that. It could be that. Yeah, I just wish he opened up a little bit more. He has to know that him getting the decision over, I believe this Roach is Mexican American in California on when he's the B side, like you have to know that you got to get a knockout in that type of situation. Like, you know how boxing works. It's unfortunate, but the hometown fighter or the promoter's fighter usually gets the decision if it's a close fight. So you're over here trying to box, trying to play defense, trying to move, stick and move. You got to understand under these specific circumstances, you're not dominating these rounds enough to fight like this. You either got to try to get a knockout or fight like this, but be dominant and win those clear rounds. Kind of like how Devin Haney, when he went to Australia, he won those rounds clean, where they absolutely couldn't win those rob him. Look, ooh, nice body shot. He's destroying Verone's body. Rocha just had him in the corner and landed at least 4 or 5 body shots, all clean to the body. Whoa. Yeah. Oh yeah. But Rocha fought back off the ropes, but he's Oh, I mean Verone. Wow. Rocha just landed a vicious uppercut to the chin too, not to the body. All right. Yeah, no, Rocha seems hurt here. Like I feel like I was gonna say I feel like if Rocha stepped it up, he could probably get the stoppage, but he opened up a little bit, landed a few punches, but he might be a little bit spent of the work he did earlier. Yeah, but or trying to be like not shoot his load. It's only the fourth round, and yeah. Okay, see, it looks like he's trying to set a trap. Rocha is, yeah, set a trap to land hard punches to the body. He goes, I rather not risk getting knocked out, trying to get the knockout, and just continue to break him down. Set up my shots, just continue to break him down, and the knockout will come. That's probably his mentality. He just landed a nice short left hook right there. Yeah, no, good round from Roach. Yo, Roach is fighting a good fight. Roach is fighting a good fight. He's so far he's won the round, run the fight 4-0. 4-0. What's going on, fellas? Shout out to everybody who's watching me right now. I appreciate the support. Hopefully you guys are following along, man. I'm watching the DAZN stream. I actually pay. I want a clean stream, and so I am subscribed to DAZN, and I'm watching along. I have it on live, so if you guys want to follow along, just put it on your television or on your laptop or your phone or wherever you're watching it, and just use my commentary as the background. Just mute it. Use my commentary as the background, and you guys could, follow along. Support the channel. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Yo, shout out to all my new subscribers too from that came from the Boxing Voice. I gained like over 100 subscribers. I hit my 1,000, man. That was a great accomplishment for me, hitting 1,000. That was I definitely got to make a whole YouTube video about hitting 1,000, man. That was a very big accomplishment for my channel. Oh, Roach is coming out, and he knows he has a wounded animal in front of him. He's trying to close this distance and trying to keep breaking him down. I didn't even want to say he's trying to knock him out. He's just being very aggressive about still trying to break him down, and is selective in a good way about his power punches, because he's just continuing just to break him down. Every time he has him close, he'll land his headshots, but he makes sure, okay, I at least land 2 clean body shots. And I see he has the Mexican flag on his right leg. So I'm assuming he's of Mexican descent. You know, Mexicans love going to the body. Ask Julio Cesar Chavez. Oh, he's landed a bunch. Oh, I think he dropped Rocha there. I think Rocha's knee went down. I don't know if the ref missed that. But he's definitely hurt. Rocha's been landed a lot of shots, both to the head and body. Yeah, Verone is just, he's not really throwing punches back. He's just trying to protect himself, trying to survive the round. That's what it looks like Verone is doing. But Roach is being very calm, very patient, not rushing his work. I like what I'm seeing from him. Oh, nice uppercut. I really like what I'm seeing for Rocha right now. He has his man hurt and knows that this guy is crafty enough that he's still being careful, but still breaking him down. Although right now he did miss a bunch of punches right there, but he's still being responsible. Okay. Yeah, it's like a cat and mouse game right now. Verone is on his bike, just bouncing on his feet, and kind of like catch me if you can. I'll throw a punch here and there, but catch me if you can. That's really the game. He's playing the wrong game. He's playing to survive. He's not playing to win. Meanwhile, Roach is trying to catch the fucking mouse to knock him out. Like the cat and mouse game. All right. Yeah, no. Now Roach is now being a little bit less aggressive with his feet, meaning like coming at him. He's trying to get Verone to come forward. But Verone isn't playing into it. He's satisfied with just staying on the outside and collecting a paycheck. If I'm the promoter, I'm disappointed, man. I pay for somebody to try to win and win a fight, not try to survive. That's if you that kind of journeyman, you'll never get paid from me. I don't care if your record is 0-1,000. If I'm paying you for you to try to win. You know, I don't care that you were an opponent. That's just the way I look at it. Yeah, I'm surprised that in the commercial they showed Teofimo. He's not a DAZN fighter. I would figure they use their own fighters. I mean, they did show Ryan for the DAZN boxing show, but you know, Teofimo is somebody who's fought on their channel before, so should show him love. Right now, Roach is making a statement, man. Fighting a good fight, landing punches, hard punches, hurting his opponents multiple times, taking control of the distance. Yeah. Not Roach. Looks like Verone is now trying to use his jab as a weapon. Let's see if he opens up with a right hand or a left hook. Doesn't seem like he's been that effective with landing a hard left hook or a hard right hand or even an uppercut. You know what I'm saying? Nothing, no hooks to the body. He's really been, when he has had success, it's kind of like those slappy wide punches or a nice hard stiff jab. He hasn't really landed anything effective with like a right hand or a left hook. So, which is why I have him losing every single round so far, including this one. You know, it's not over, but look, he just landed a whole bunch of body shots, and there was absolutely no return fire from Verone. I don't know how, man. This dude. Yeah, this dude should never be on TV, man. If at least not at this level. That should be like a prospect's first step up, like a guy who's 15-0. That's his first step up. Not Rocha. Rocha is an experienced fighter. You know, and I'm saying that about how Verone is behaving. He's not behaving like somebody who wants to win. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to dismiss his skills, but he's behaving like somebody who's okay with just it going to decision and, you know, him getting the paycheck. And I don't like that from a fighter, I'll be honest with you. Even if you trash, that's why Chisora has fans, because even though, you know, he may not be the most skilled heavyweight, and although he just won, people go, yo, he's always there to win. He gave Usyk a hell of a fight until he got tired. You know, that's his weakness. That he gets tired. Yeah. Okay. Oof. Rocha coming forward. He had him pinned a little bit right there. Yeah. Roach has just been resulting to the high guard and taking steps back for his defense. And I want to say it's been very effective. It hasn't been necessarily anything flashy, anything where you're like, oh my God. It's just a couple steps back, keeps his hands up when the punches are coming. It's been pretty good. And he hasn't really getting caught with no counters. But to be fair, you know, it's not like Verone has been very active, you know. You know, or you know, crafty. He hasn't been crafty with his offense whatsoever. By the way, I give that round to Rocha as well. So this is a landslide. I don't see it changing, to be honest with you. I don't see it changing. Oh, I got my man Huey P. What's going on, bro? Hold on one second. Got this.
Oh, my bad. I was muted.
What's going on, bro?
Not much. Just watching these fights. It hasn't been too bad. That I thought Lamont Roach was going to be able to get him out of there after he hurt him in the 6th, but
yeah. No, me too. Lamont Roach. Although the fight at times was boring, I felt like he fought a good fight, and he's somebody who we should keep an eye on. I didn't feel like I can't see him have a future in the sport.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he looked good.
And he's a remind me again what weight class he's 47, right? Or 40?
I believe he's 40.
Yeah. If he's a player at 140, man, that's the hottest division in boxing. So if he becomes a player there, there's some great fights, especially even the main event. Although
My
it was
bad. He's
14,
130.
it's 130.
He's
Oh,
130.
right. Never mind. We'll put him in with Hector Luis Garcia. Let's see how that goes.
Yeah, I don't think he could beat either of those two guys fighting on the 20th.
Nah. Hell no.
August 20th.
Nah. He's not at that level. And that's not even me playing him. That's just me, that's just me being honest. I need to see a little bit more before he's at that championship level.
Yeah, I was in a space right before this. I was in a A-side boxing space, and we were having that exact conversation about Garcia and Roach.
Oh, okay.
And everyone was on Garcia.
What was the consensus?
Garcia.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Oh, nice right hand. Nice left hand and right hand by Roach. No, but yeah, I agree. I mean, but it's just different levels right now. I can't even criticize Roach for that. It's like I don't picture fucking. I don't even picture Boots to beat Earl or Crawford. Like, you don't just go straight to the top. You move your way up.
Right. I don't know who's going to be next for Boots. I'd like to see him fight Thurman, but I don't think that's going to happen.
That's the only logical fight, man. That's the only logical fight, but I don't think Thurman wants that smoke. And I can't blame him because, I don't know how much they'd be willing to pay him, but man, that's a fight that I would be very interested in.
Yeah, for sure. That's the first fight that came to mind after Boots' last fight for me.
Mm-hmm. By the way, Roach has been landing really nice body shots.
Yeah, he's been doing decent work. He's been easily winning these rounds in the fight.
I have every round for him. Every single round I have scored for him. So it's been a pretty easy score. But yeah, man. Yo, speaking of Hector Luis Garcia, man, he gave me an interview, man, where he was saying how Dominicans be beating everybody up who goes into Salah's gym. That Dominicans run that gym. That anybody who talks tough going into the gym, they put them into spar with a Dominican, and they leave nice and quiet. Like, yo, he had me hype out there. I was like, yo, he was telling me that. I was like, yo, can I put you on camera saying that? He's like, hell yeah. I put the camera in his face. I have it on file, but I haven't put it out.
Nice. I think that'll be a good promo closer to the fight, I think.
Yeah, I'm like, yo. He's like, yeah, but you any Dominican. So he got me confident because I'm always humble about being the voice of Dominican boxing. I'm like, listen, our fighters, we haven't been traditionally good, but we coming up. He's like telling me, like, yo, you could talk your shit, man. We coming up. We run a gym in Vegas. Like, that's how he came up to me. He told me he sparred Devin Haney, Rolly, Robesi, Ramirez. This is his sparring. Well, not his sparring partner. This is who he has sparred. Then you telling me he can't beat Roger Gutierrez? When he was sparring Robesi, Ramirez, and Devin Haney? So he got me really excited. And again, he made it seem like anybody who spars with him, they make sure that he know that he was in charge.
Nice. I'm excited to check out more of those because you dropped the first clip of that interview, right? Recently?
But that was a whole seperate interview. Like, I interviewed him, right? I interviewed him. And then whatever. And then, he was getting dressed to train. Like, he was putting like his gloves on and his hand wraps on. So he was talking to me while he was doing that. And he was like, yo, Dominicans, we run this gym, man. Like this, that, and the third. Like, yo, nobody comes in this gym talking like tough to us Dominicans. We run it. Anybody who comes in talking tough, they leave quiet. They put them into spar with Dominicans. I'm like, yo, he was telling me that. So once he was telling me that, I was like, yo, bro, you mind saying that on camera? He's like, yeah. So I grabbed my camera and he said it again. I was like, oh shit.
Said it on camera, so put it on
I'm
wax.
like, all right, he's telling me to put it out. Like I'm
Yo.
obviously, that's what I'm recording it for. So
right, it's like yo, you ready? Put it on wax, man. It's like when you do that, it's hard to refute.
Yeah, man. So yeah. By the way, Chris Mannix's scorecard just came up. He has it scored exactly like me, 7-zip, 7-zip. I'm pretty sure you too, Hugh P. Yo, by the way, what's your YouTube channel's name? I never even subscribed, bro. Like I remember you mentioned it on my channel.
Yeah, it's Fighting Words Podcast.
Fighting Words Podcast. All right, everybody in the chat, go check that out. Fighting Words Podcast.
There's no content yet. I was got too busy to get the first video out here this week. So, but I did actually get some research done on the main event coming up here. And since we're getting close to it, what do you see in that? Obviously, you're pulling for Fortuna.
Yeah, I'm pulling for Fortuna, but I'm realistic, man. I'm not. Listen, I'm the voice of Dominican boxing, but I'm not gonna lie to my people. I'm also not gonna do that. He's gonna lose. Yo, he was the one who I confirmed from my sources. He was the one who requested that the fight be at 140. That lets me know that he was very out of shape and probably came into the training camp 185 pounds. And they and on top of that, they saying he damn my I was
gonna say my DAZN just went out
too. Your DAZN froze too.
Yep, they just had a glitch and the broadcast must have went down for a bit because mine went out too.
Yeah, I was watching the fight and then as I was talking, that shit threw me off. I forgot even what I was talking about.
I figured. We were talking about Fortuna and that he requested.
Yeah.
So he came into camp at 185.
On 7 weeks' notice, I heard. But the fact that he still requested the fight to be at 140 lets me know, he was having trouble with the weight.
Has he ever fought at 140?
No, and he's like a smallish guy. And if anything, Ryan looked like he filled out really well. And I'm like, I don't know if I want if Fortuna even stands a chance. Like, just knowing what I know and seeing how they both look body wise, I'm like, I don't know, man. It might be a bad night for Javier, man.
Ryan looks like he's filled out at 140.
That's what I'm saying. And Javier Fortuna at 140 looks like the
very
Pillsbury
small
Doughboy.
Very small.
He looks like the Pillsbury Doughboys.
He still had a gut. He still had a gut on him. Like
bro, if you poke his belly, he might go woohoo. Yo, I'm like, damn, I'm the voice of Dominican boxing, but damn, bro, for you to expect me to accept that, like, come on, man. Come on. I'm pulling for him, but I'm honest with myself. It's not realistic. You show up to a fight looking a fight this magnitude looking like that.
Mm-hmm. Can you see a way for him to win this fight? Like, how does he do it if he does?
I think he has power. I do think people go, oh, he's knocked out at lightweight. I mean, whatever. I mean, I guess that's to some point that is true, but you're not gonna tell me that Luke Campbell could drop Javier Ryan and that Javier can't. Javier, at 126 and 130 was knocking dudes out. Go check out his highlight reel.
Campbell hasn't carried up to 135, and I've been saying that for some reason it hasn't carried up to lightweight.
Yeah, but if all I'm saying, listen, if Luke Campbell could drop Ryan, so can Javier. I don't give a fuck what nobody tells me. You can't convince me otherwise. But I'm not picking him to win. That's not my pick. I'm saying if that fight were if you're telling me, is there any chance Javier wins? Yes. If he lands one of those wild overhand lefts that he's always landed, always thrown on Ryan Garcia's chin, he could get him out of there.
Has Ryan fought any southpaws before?
Luke Campbell was a southpaw.
Luke Campbell's a southpaw.
I mean, aside from Campbell, I mean.
I believe so. I can't think off the top of my head.
Maybe one or two. I feel like it's come up, but I can't think of any off the top of my head.
I mean, he's had an extensive amateur career. Like he's
over 200 amateur fights.
Southpaws are always tricky. Like, I don't know. It's something weird about southpaws. They're always tricky. So unless you have like experience with them, it's always going to be difficult to deal with the first couple of times.
Right.
Because everything is backwards.
No, especially with a southpaw like Javier. Javier is awkward as shit, man.
He's rough. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's awkward. He's rough. Like
But
well,
again,
maybe he'll make it a good fight.
So really, it's Ryan isn't all that great fundamentally. He keeps his hands low when he backs out. His chin's up in the air. And if Javier can land one of those punches, that's his way to win.
Yeah, exactly. Like to me specifically, that wild overhand left. Like, and I know y'all know what I'm talking about. The one he caught, was it Yandel Evans on Friday Night Fights? If he throws and lands one of them, listen, you never know. Javier has proven to me he's a puncher. Yeah, he's done it enough where I'm like, okay, even though I haven't seen it at 35, I still believe in his power. I think that's what it is, especially the type of knockouts he was getting.
The potential is still there for it.
Yeah. But again, he came in horrible shape, man. God damn, bro. I'm here to support, but damn, bro, I can't get excited for this fight.
I feel you.
I guarantee you the odds changed once they saw how soft he came.
So actually, I looked up those odds a few hours ago after I talked to you about coming on here.
Yeah.
So I was looking at it, and so I think here are the odds. Just to straight up win, Fortuna is plus 770 and Garcia is minus 1450, which I mean, that's not outrageous for a boxing main event, but with a guy like Fortuna, that's a little wide. I mean,
listen, it's a little wide. No, go ahead, King P.
No, I was asking Penny. You said minus 770.
Plus 770 for Fortuna.
Plus
minus
14.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the thing
almost
is,
8-1.
Yeah, the thing is, if this was Javier, that like you telling me the one that fought Cuellar or Javier that was motivated, I would say those odds are disrespectful. And me as the voice of Dominican boxing, I'll be flipping out. But the dude looks out of shape, man. He looks out of shape. And I even noticed it when I interviewed him. He looked chubby in the face, but I was like, his face he probably just got done sparring. It's probably swollen. Or even when you work out real hard, your face turns to get swollen. So I was like, maybe it was that. Like, I try to make nothing of it. But then I see him on stage with no shirt, looking all soft on the belly. I'm like, oh no, like he just wasn't training enough or wasn't eating healthy or whatever. I don't know what happened, but
do we know what his purse is for this fight?
I don't. I should know that shit though. It has to be over 500,000.
Yeah.
You fighting Ryan Garcia in the Staples Center, and I'm pretty sure it's a sellout. I guarantee, like, you got to give him
this crowd's filling out now. It was we were.
Was it a sellout? Do you know if it was a sellout?
I don't know if it was a sellout, but I know it looked empty earlier, and it was just like, man, that LA traffic's rough.
Nah, man. You see, in New York, when you get there for the first fight, that shit is packed.
Yeah.
Like,
but you got to think about the people coming to a Ryan Garcia fight. They're not boxing fans.
That's true. Ooh.
And so,
like,
but
for Berlanga Rose, I went to that fight. I got there real early because I'm a boxing fucking addict. And it was packed. I was like, oh, like, obviously it wasn't 100% like capacity. Like, people filled it up more but it was like a significant amount of people. It was that stadium holds about like 4,000, 5,000, I want to say. And I want to say there was about like 3,000 there already. I was like, whoa. I'm not seeing, because I'm looking it up, I'm not seeing like the revealed the purses for this fight. But I do know that Fortuna did make 150K against Diaz. So what do you think, more or less? Like
more.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, all right. So if he made 150, they probably gave him 300 for this one. Yeah, that sounds like I was gonna say 250. I had said 500 earlier, but I didn't know he was getting paid that low.
I didn't either. I thought he would have got. I thought at least 500. I was thinking maybe even 7.
Yeah, no, but I mean, to be fair, Javier is not like he's a draw or name. He's just a good solid top 10 lightweight, which
right.
The fight's not a lightweight, which maybe to his detriment. But you get what I'm saying? Like this. Just use your eyes, Huey P. You want to give Javier credit for what he's done in his career. Look at his body, bro. Trust your eyes. By the way, right. Rocha landed a vicious.
That was and pushed him down. Yeah.
Did you watch the weigh-in, Huey?
I didn't. I missed it.
Oh, so that's why
I saw clips on Twitter and stuff, but I didn't see it. So I saw what you were saying with him, and I agree with you. I just figured I'd set you up to lay out how it could happen. I think most people feel like Ryan's going to win this fight. I mean, anyone who, even relatively watches the sport should see that Ryan is a favorite and deservedly so. But I just wanted to give you the opportunity to lay out, how he would do it if he did it.
I appreciate that. I just want to let you know, like, I'm realistic, bro. So when I say, Elvis, I'm high on Elvis Rodriguez, and I think he's really talented, take me serious, because I'm not giving that just to any fighter. That's all I say.
I like Elvis.
Yeah. Carlos Adames is my man. I love him. He's one of my favorite interviews. He's probably my favorite interview that I've done. But y'all never hear me say, Carlos Adames is the best middleweight. Or whatever. Y'all never hear. So when I talk about Elvis, just know that that's me being real. That's my honest take. And the same thing with Javier. Listen, I just had him on my show. I love him to death. I'm here supporting him. I'm here to possibly see him get a knockout. But to be honest, his body, the way he looked, didn't look like enough for me to pick him. Like, he has to look in the mirror and go, I didn't do what I was supposed to do in the gym. And look, I lost because of that, not because of anything I said, But he still got my support. I'm still rooting for him to win.
Mm-hmm. No, I feel you. I definitely understand that. Going back to these odds here, so I'll just go over what the ones that I thought were interesting and had good value.
Okay.
Fortuna, TKO, KO, or DQ plus 1,200. That's good to throw $10-20 on and just roll the dice.
Yeah, if you can afford that, like, don't bet nothing you can't afford.
Exactly. That's nothing. You don't bet a lot on that one. You bet like the minimum that you're willing to bet on a fight, and what, like you said, what you can do. Bet responsibly. Don't be betting money you don't have. Don't be betting rent or utility bills. None of that.
Thank you.
And then we got Ryan Garcia by decision. So I don't think this is gonna happen because Fortuna comes to fight. He's not to go, but it's plus 310.
Nah, don't touch that. Don't touch.
No. Here's the bet that I think has the two bets I think have the best value, and they both surround the 6th round. So the win for Ryan Garcia in rounds 1 through 6 is plus 250.
Okay.
The over under, and I think this has the best value going either way. It's under 6.5 rounds is minus 145. Over 6.5 rounds is plus 115. Either way you go on that, you're getting good value.
I agree. I agree with that, and I would go the under. I'll be honest.
Yes,
with you.
I would too.
Yeah, like I don't see him getting past the 5th. To be honest with you, let alone the 6.5. You said it was.
Yes, 6.5.
I'm not betting it. I just came from Vegas. That's enough betting for me. I'm not like one of those gambling addicts.
I don't live in a legal state, so.
What was that?
I don't live in a state where it happened, where like we got FanDuel or anything. So I'm tired of using my bookie. I'm tired of using those off-site things. So I'm just patiently waiting, doing research at this point to try to help other people.
You out here snitching on yourself, talking about you doing this shit illegally and stuff.
Oh, I'm not.
Mommy, don't do a crime with you, bro.
Nah. You can do my bookie and stuff. They got sponsors and everything.
We got that here.
It's just
they need to sponsor me. They need to sponsor me, man.
That's why I'm not giving any of the names of where these odds are at. This is one specific book, but I'm not saying it.
Yeah, for real.
Keep that under wraps.
Yep.
Yeah. Nah.
Damn, I can't believe this fight went the distance.
Nah, me either.
I mean, this fight that just happened.
Yeah.
But Verone went the distance with Javier with Elvis Rodriguez, and Elvis Rodriguez can punch. He's the only guy to go to decision with Elvis Rodriguez. So the guy got a chin.
True.
Yeah. That was the last fight, right? That was the last fight. The next
we got
the main event up next.
Thank goodness. But yeah, no, I'm picking this under 6 rounds, man.
I think so too.
I'm thinking to the body too. Once Ryan lands one of those vicious left hook to the body, I don't think he's gonna get up.
I think it's gonna go like 6-7, 6 rounds, 7 rounds.
Nah. Well, I just say it was under 6.5. That's my pick. Under 6.5. I got it.
Yeah, I honestly really like that Ryan Garcia winning rounds 1 through 6. At plus money, I like that.
That's what I like.
Well, I mean,
yeah, North Dakota needs to get on board so I can start, we can get that FanDuel action. All I got is daily stuff at this point.
Look, one of the subscribers says Fortuna gonna be up on the scorecard after 5. Is my bold prediction.
Let's see. It'll be interesting. I don't think so, but
yo, King P, he ain't see the weigh-in.
Yeah.
You ain't see the weigh-in, bro. Trust me, you see the weigh-in, you go, damn. You know what? Nah, man, I ain't that bold. He is not gonna be up after 5 rounds. I can guarantee you that.
This is how it would have to happen. Fortuna hurts him early, and then Brian never recovers.
Yeah, I see. That's why I said he does have a chance to just land just a crazy wild left hook, he lands a wild left hand that I don't know how he gets any knuckles on the guy's chin, but it seems to hurt fighters really bad. I feel like that's his only chance, and he's sneaky with it. We've seen Ryan Garcia get caught with a similar punch with Luke Campbell, who I don't think anybody here on the panel is going to say Luke Campbell hits harder than Javier Fortuna. Let's not get crazy now. So
I think Luke Campbell has some pop because he hurt Loma
he hits
too.
harder than Javier Fortuna.
So I'm not saying he hits hard. I'm not saying he hits harder than Fortuna, but I'm saying he has some pop too because he hurt Loma too. He's hurt fighters before.
What I'm saying is, if Luke Campbell could drop you, so can Javier. I'm gonna make that a shirt. If Luke Campbell could drop you, so can Javier. That's fine. If Javier win or lose, if Javier Fortuna drops King Rye, I'm gonna make a shirt that says, "If Luke Campbell could drop you, so can Javier." But it's up to Javier Fortuna to get that knockdown. It's up to him. That wild left hand, he could probably knock him out. He could knock him out if he lands, but he came out of shape. He don't look his best, man. And I think he's gonna get tired, especially if Ryan starts digging to the body. I don't see it happening, but that's the off chance that something might happen where he can win.
Ryan just keeps his chin so damn high that something's gonna land at some point.
He's way too up. He's always way too upright.
Oh man, if he with that chin in the air, Javier lands that overhand left that he's known for. There might be glass everywhere if he has a glass chin. His screen might shatter if he has a glass chin.
I was gonna say, I'm like, if Ryan Garcia is actually Amir Khan, then yeah, this might be a rough night. Again, that left has to land, but something's gonna land at some point, and it's just a matter of how's Ryan react.
No, I'm not saying it is gonna land. I'm saying if it lands, because he's out of shape. He looks older than he usually does. Like, I don't know, he looks different than me. He looks like a different person, man. He's really out of shape.
I didn't look up the stats, but I just feel like Ryan gets hit.
Nah, I don't think so. I don't remember Ryan.
No, he's got good head.
Ryan does get hit. He gets hit.
No, I mean, he ends his fights in such early fashion that he barely gets hit.
That's true.
He didn't get hit in the to-go fight that went the distance.
No, but to-go wasn't there to fight. He was just there to try to get to the end of the fight.
In the Luke Campbell fight, he did get dropped, yes.
But that's a gold medalist who can set up his punches like a gold medalist can.
Exactly. And I don't remember him getting hurt any other time during the fight. He completely dominated after that. And was going to get a knockout even earlier, but the round just ended. I don't know if you guys remember. He had him hurt, was closing in. Luke Campbell literally gave his back to Ryan Garcia, and the bell rung right there. So, Ryan Garcia, I don't remember him getting touched up a lot. I don't remember saying, damn, he really needs to work on his defense. He just
there were times because I think I remember when he fought. I believe it was Jason Velez. Velez was touching him up quite a bit.
Velez is a really experienced veteran. Come on, bro. That's not unfair. Velez not a bum.
I mean, he's not. I mean, there's Fortuna. These guys that he's facing aren't bums. So it's like he can be touched up. That's what I'm saying.
Fortuna's not a bum. You're right. But come on, you saw the weigh-in, bro. You saw. Yeah. You know, I'm not even gonna say what I saw at the weigh-in, but you saw what I saw.
Yeah, I know. We saw the same thing.
All right, so you're not gonna come in and tell me like, oh, this is Javier Fortuna. We should respect him. He's a top 10 lightweight. At some point, you gotta believe your eyes, brother.
No, listen, man. I've been joking around. I've been calling him for this fight. He's Javier Fortuna.
Oh,
Fortuna.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I like that one. I like that.
Because man, he got Garcia. Ryan gonna do him like Jason Sosa did him.
Damn.
I mean, let's see. Like I said, if Javier really wants a shot, come out fast. Try to get a first round knockout. You know, try to catch Ryan cold. Who knows? But I don't see
the DR Rogue.
The longer the fight goes, there's no way he's gonna continue up a pace to beat Ryan.
The funny thing is, I think he would have had a better shot when the fight was originally supposed to happen than now.
I remember. Yeah.
Like if that would have happened then instead of like Jojo Diaz, he would have had a better shot. Now that he's done.
Yeah. I mean, he took the fight on 7 weeks notice, which usually fighters get 8-week camp, and you can say, oh, it's just 1 week. But bro, this is championship fighting.
That's a lot in weight cutting.
What was that?
That's a long time in weight cutting.
Exactly. And if reports were that you know he came into camp heavy. It wasn't that that extra week prevented him from making the weight. It was like the extra week plus he came in heavy.
Yeah. So the real issue isn't the 7 weeks. It's him being out of shape to begin with.
Yeah, exactly. Like do a camp just to lose weight as opposed to do a camp, get obviously in better shape, but it's really more a game plan. It probably was like this camp was probably like, all right, how the hell we get the weight off of him?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
a lot of road work, sauna suit,
work on defense and stuff like that, or strategy, you know. And it was probably like, yo, listen, we got to do the sauna, we got to jog up these miles, we got to do, on the bike, shit like that, cardio, burpees, and all that.
Yep. You've been having too much mongoose, probably.
Yo, bro, I wouldn't be surprised we would have seen him in the Heights, man. In the Heights. Hola, podemos ser dominicano. Creo que.
I'm gonna have to try me some Dominican food. I've never had any.
Yeah, you got to change your life, brother.
I actually had some I had some huevo y queso frito the other day. It was good.
There you go. Real good, man. Get yourself a Dominican girl and mango.
I'm messing with a Dominican woman, so I already know.
Two things you need in your life: a Dominican woman and mango.
Yeah, the town I live in isn't cultured enough for that. So I'll be out in Colorado next month celebrating for my birthday, and I'll have to find somewhere in Denver.
Denver. I mean, there might be Dominicans.
There might be. I have a really good Cuban spot that I hit up whenever I go there. So I'm hopeful a little bit.
Somebody I know got family out there. And they Dominicans, so but they don't own a restaurant. But my point is, at least there's at least one Dominican that I know of.
Right,
one Dominican family.
there's a small presence, but at least it's a presence.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'll check it out. Otherwise, yeah, I'll probably have to make my way east or down to Florida.
Yeah, East Florida for sure. Yeah, like anywhere, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, New York, Connecticut, like you'll be able to find, like even Massachusetts.
Well, Boston has a lot of Dominicans. There's a lot of Dominicans in Boston.
Well, not necessarily in Boston. There's a city called Lawrence, Massachusetts, out there. And
yeah, like I'm saying, like in that area, in that Boston area.
Lawrence, Massachusetts. Lawrence, Massachusetts got mad Dominicans, like a lot. Tail of the tape.
Ryan's
10 years younger, 23 to 33 years old. He's 5'10". Javier's 5'7". They both weighed in. Ryan weighed in at 140.
They're showing this tail of the tape.
Oh,
my stream must be behind.
Yeah.
You're on DAZN, right?
What was that?
I'm seeing.
Damn, bro, I was reading it off. Y'all interrupted me. Damn, bro.
My bad.
Hold on, I gotta rewind this. All right. Oh. So Ryan's 23, Javier's 33. So Ryan has a 10-year age advantage. He's 5'10". Javier is 5'7". Ryan weighed in at 140. Javier weighed in at 139.8. Ryan Garcia has a 70-inch reach, and Javier Fortuna has a 68-inch reach. So just about every category from weight, height, age, and reach, Ryan has either a slight advantage or a major advantage. So it's stacked. The cards are stacked against Javier to win just from a size standpoint. Plus, allegedly he's not in shape, and I'll use the word allegedly very loosely. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'm rooting for him. Just to be clear, I'm rooting for him, but I just don't. I'm realistic. As the voice of Dominican boxing, I'm realistic. I don't think he's gonna
win. So Ryan rehydrated to 148, and they said Fortuna rehydrated to 156.
Whoa!
The middleweight.
Whoa! So Javier Fortuna.
I was gonna ask what you think they rehydrated to, and then I got subtitles on, so I saw it come across the bottom.
Whoa! So Javier Fortuna really struggled to get down. No wonder he couldn't make 135. Look how much he rehydrated to.
I think this move to the 140 weight probably works better for Ryan though too, because like you said, he looks good at 140. He's 23 years old. Like, I mean, that makes sense that he would be moving up.
Your stream is ahead of mine. I'm just seeing that right because now I'm getting the tail of the tape right now.
Yeah.
Are you on DAZN, King P?
Pay your DAZN. Oh, hit the live button.
That's what I was gonna say.
I use another streaming app.
Okay.
Come on, bro. Pay for DAZN, man. Pay for DAZN. Support the people supporting boxing, man. It's better for the sport, man. Javier Fortuna walking into the ring. He got a
first round KO in his last outing.
How much is first round KO Ryan?
First round KO Ryan. Let me get that up quick. I got it for you here. I got it bookmarked.
All right.
Ryan Garcia in the first round is plus 1,900. And that's gone down since earlier. So people have been betting that.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, again, also don't bet the house. Don't, your life savings. That's not what this bet I'm talking about. This is just a funny $20 bet, $10 bet that you can afford to lose. Ryan Garcia by first round knockout. It has good value. I'll put it like that. I'm not telling anybody to bet. It just has
good value. That's the thing that you got to always qualify bets with. It's like, yo, I'm not telling you this is going to happen. I'm telling you this is something that could happen, and if you bet it, it's a good opportunity.
Yeah, I never bet more. Last thing I want is for somebody to say, "I bet my house," and you said that it was a guarantee. I was like, whoa. No, I never said it was a guarantee. I said, hey, this is a bet that you bet $10, $20, and to win, whatever, $200 or $400.
I usually never bet more than like $25.
There you go. He bets responsibly.
I set a limit for every card that I bet on.
As you should. I went to Vegas this past weekend. I'm an adult. I don't think I gambled a little bit, but I was responsible. I went, put some money in my pocket. Once I was done with it, or I won enough, whatever happened, I left. And no matter if I would have lost all of it or made money, I left okay enough where I'm not stressed about paying my bills.
Yeah. See, my thing is, and I guess this is where it's kind of messed me over when it comes to like bets, especially like with boxing. Like I can't bet something that I don't really in my heart feel that that's gonna happen. Like some people will just bet like if somebody's plus 500, there are people that will just make a bet just to see if like there's a chance it might hit. I can't do that even no matter how high it is if I really don't believe in my heart of hearts that person's gonna win.
No, I'm the same way. I'm the same way.
Agreed.
I'm the same way.
Unless I actually think that it's like capable of happening, it's hard to bet on unless it's a Super Bowl prop.
Yeah, like
I can bet on Super Bowl props like crazy.
Like a perfect example is with the Javier Fortuna fight. This one right here. Like, is it possible that he gets a knockout? Absolutely. I mean, Ryan leaves his chin up as an air, and Javier at one point was known as a puncher. Is it possible? Yeah. So maybe I will throw $20, $10 on. I don't think it's gonna happen, but it's a possible. Like that's not out of the realm of possibility of happening.
Are they trying to give Ryan the AJ treatment here?
He's a superstar, man. They got
I like this.
The royal. What is this, like Mexican royalty or something?
No, we were talking. Actually, that was another thing we were talking about. The spaceman. The second he learns Spanish, is his crossover potential is through the roof.
Yeah, but I don't see him like being that proud of being Mexican to the point where he wants to learn Spanish. He reminds me a little bit of a Jet quarterback, Mark Sanchez. Like Mark Sanchez was Mexican.
That's a good comparison.
Yeah, he didn't speak Spanish, and he wasn't like really like when Juan Manuel Marquez was fighting, he wasn't out here like repping, and he wasn't talking about illegal immigration. Like, not and I'm not saying that's bad or good. I'm just saying he was just kind of like, to me, he came across kind of like a white dude. I don't know if that makes sense.
No, I hear what you're saying. It's a good comparison.
Yeah, I wonder. I guess they're friends now.
Who?
Ryan and Rolly, because Rolly.
Yeah, he bet on Rolly.
Yeah, but I don't know if you guys remember, he had posted up some sparring tapes.
Yeah, because he was beating up Ryan and sparring. They're cool.
Yeah, no, but I would be mad at that. Like, you putting up like, listen, anybody who's boxed before or knows a boxer, ask them if they ever got their ass kicked in the gym. If that just happens to anybody, the best fighters to the worst fighters. And there's a story how Jimmy Ellis beat the shit out of Muhammad Ali in a sparring match. It happens, But to put it out, that's whack. That's something whack to do.
Letting go of the footage, showing that online. That's kind of unethical.
Yeah, like
that's the word for it.
No, but
my back, Kinky.
No, I was gonna say, because I've been in the gym. I've boxed. I do a little bit of boxing. For me, I look at sparring as just getting work in. Like, if you're gonna brag about beating me in sparring, I'm not gonna spar with you anymore because that's not the point. Like, to me, that's not the point. Like, even if you want it, like, it's the principle of the matter. We're here to get in some good work. Like, even if you do win, I'm like, oh well, you got in some good work. You got in some good work. Oh, I beat your ass. Like, that's not what sparring is for to me. I'm not gonna fucking spar you. Like, nah, I'm good. So like, I can understand. If you're letting footage go, that's even worse. I would never spar you if you let footage go of what happened. No, that stays in the gym.
Yo, that happened to me, man. The first time I ever sparred, right? Some dude, he was training for the Golden Gloves, and he recorded it, and I thought he was just recording it so he could rewatch it so he could like work on his like craft. So I was like, whatever, like I don't care. Yeah, he beat the fuck out of me. Like, it's my first time ever sparring. My first time, he put it up on YouTube the next day. He was like, I put it up. I'm like, damn, bro. So I felt a little certain way about it. But I was like, whatever. I guess this is my first time sparring, so I was being naive. I was like, I guess this is my my introduction to just how sparring is. So So I told the owner, because the owner, he saw I got beat up. He was like, yo, like, you good. Like, don't let that, let you down. Like, you still could continue doing this boxing shit. I was like, yeah, but this dude put it up on YouTube. And he's like, what? And he made him take it down.
Yeah, see, because even he knew, like, he knew it was fucked up. He just didn't think you were going to do anything about it or that it was ever going to come up. And you didn't even try to do anything about it. It just, like, happened organically in the conversation.
Exactly. So, no, but I remember feeling like after I realized that was unetiquette, I was like, yeah, man, that is unethical.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it also depends because, like, I know my gym, there are some videos, like a couple of sparring videos on YouTube, but it's more like a higher level tit for tat, not like somebody beating the fuck out of somebody that's overmatched or stuff like that.
Oh,
like,
I mean, it wasn't like he like demolished me, but he definitely did beat me up. But yeah. But yeah, it was definitely a mismatch because it was my first. I think I had like a month training, so like it was my first time ever sparring, and it was kind of like he recorded it. I was like, you know what's funny? He ended up becoming a pro, and his record's like 1-8. I'm like, karma. Yeah, that YouTube focused on recording.
He peaks sparring you, bro.
Yeah, he got this. You know what's funny? I'm like still somewhat cool with him, but I just ain't like that. That was corny shit to me.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That was corny. I mean, again, like we cool now though, so I'm over it.
Is that sword tattoo with the crowns new? I don't remember that before.
Yeah,
no, it's been there.
Ryan got a lot of new tattoos. Like he wasn't this tattoo like 2 years ago, but hey, he decided that he needed these tattoos. Let's go. Fight's about to start. Javier
Fortuna looks like he's just about to come out here and see what he can do in the first couple rounds. You might have called this saying that he's going to come out here and see what he can do, try to get that quick stoppage, and if not, then it is what it is.
Yeah, no, that's probably his method. Like, hey, listen, I'm. Oh, look, Ryan coming out aggressive with that jab. Yeah, Fortuna's clearly still trying to back him up, but he's like, whoa, that jab is like pumping. And now Ryan turned it over.
Firing that left hook too.
Yeah, turned it over with a left hook. Yeah. Oh man, that might be how the fight ends right there. If he catches him with one of those, oof. Let's see. Yeah, Ryan, I like that. Ryan's now focusing on the body. I felt like at times he used the headhunt too much.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but on a shorter fighter, that sometimes is dangerous though, because you're stepping down to his level. So, especially one this awkward.
It's good training by Goosen to get him to focus more on the body, because the more he does that, he's going to have more opportunities to land that left hook up top. And even when he lands that left hook to the body, it can be devastating. So might as well throw it.
Mm-hmm. Oof. Nice right hands by Ryan. Did he hurt Fortuna there? Kind of Fortuna did like a little dance when he landed that right hand. Fortuna leaping in now. That good? Let's go. Oof. Ryan's trying to set traps now.
Fortuna smothering him whenever he gets close.
No, as he should, as a tall fighter, that's what you should do. So far, Ryan round, I feel. Javier hasn't landed anything of significance. I'm curious as to why Ryan is going with that many lead right hands. That was weird, right?
Right.
Like, he started off the round beautiful with using his jab, turning it over to left hook, and out of nowhere just started throwing lead right hands. Like,
maybe he thought he could split the guard.
Yeah, that's like something you throw like quick every now and then within a round if you're fast enough, and he is, but you don't throw it like 5-6 times in a row. Look, he just threw it again. Like, that's not something you go to. Good defensive move by Ryan. He kind of used his right shoulder to protect himself from Fortuna's overhand left.
Yep. He's doing a good job of trying to bring his glove up to protect him too. I feel like he's doing that more than he did in past fights.
Yeah. I give that round to Ryan.
Yeah, same.
How about you, King P?
I'm a little behind, but it's like 30 seconds left. I'm giving it to Ryan though.
Yo, hit the. Oh, I forgot. You got the illegal stream, brother. Yo, bro, you gotta pay, man.
Yeah, next time I'm gonna have to pay to get to some zone. I guess I'll support.
Stephen A. Smith in the building. Draymond Green.
Yeah, Danny Trejo.
Oh, we got Sean McVay, Aaron Donald.
Mario Lopez was in the background. Aaron Donald. Oh shit. I don't know who's that. But it's Jason Tatum? Who's that?
I didn't know who that last person was either.
Yeah, I think that's a basketball player. I don't watch basketball like that, but I think that
might have been Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown. All right. Yeah, I think
from the Celtics.
Right. Yes. That was Jaylen Brown. My bad. Again, I don't really watch basketball like that.
You had the right team.
Yeah, no, I know. You know this? I mixed up the names. It wasn't like I confused them. It was more.
You say Jason Tatum. You said Jason Tatum instead of Jason Brown. You said Jason Tatum instead of Jaylen Brown.
They have such similar names too.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was. But again, I'm not really a basketball fan. I mean, Javier, right?
This is a good counter jab by Fortuna there.
Yeah. Javier threw some wild shots earlier, which is honestly what he needs to do if he wants to win this fight. By the way, Ryan's chin, although not perfect, isn't as up as you usually.
No, he's tucking it more. It's nice to see.
So working with like it still could be better. Like it still could be tucked a little bit more, but now it's not outrageously up in the air.
He doesn't look like he's looking for his friends at Coachella anymore.
Yeah, which now maybe that shot that Luke Campbell caught him with, if Javier catches him with it, maybe now he won't drop.
Exactly.
And he just, by the way, he looks like a giant in there compared to Javier. And Javier is the one
who's so much bigger than him.
And Javier is the one who's heavier. Oh, nice short right hand by Ryan. Caught Javier coming in. I like that. Ryan is using his rolling with the right hand a little bit more. Like when he rolls out of a way with a punch, he'll come back with a right hand. He hasn't landed it quite yet, but I like to try.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good right hand to the body for Ryan.
Yeah. No, that was sneaky. That was nice and sneaky. Yeah. I
mean, good straight right. That 1-2.
You were a little ahead of me. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, no. Ryan landed some nice punches.
I just pressed pause for like a second or two to try to link it up. I'm at 30 seconds.
No, I'm at 30.
All right. Did it again.
All right. 23.
Yep. Perfect.
There we go. Not much has happened. They're both kind of pawing at each other. They've thrown punches, but nobody's really landed anything of significance while you were trying to link it. So,
yep.
I wish King P could link his.
I mean, we could link to him, but then we'd be behind the viewers.
Yeah. The viewers, which is
that's all good. I'm close. So,
what was that?
I said I'm not too far behind you. I think I'm like 10 seconds behind.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like you are. You got a question in the chat if you think it's going to go over under 6 rounds.
Nah, I think it goes under, man. I mean, honestly, right now, Ryan really hasn't landed anything of significance, but I still can't think that Dominican curse won't kick in, man. Y'all don't know what the Dominican curse is that We start fighting, we do good in the first 4 or 5 rounds, and then we start getting tired. It's usually that after the 5th round where Dominicans get tired. But Javier doesn't exactly look like he's in tip-top shape. And you look at Ryan. Ryan looks like, yo, he's been in the gym forever.
I don't think Ryan should go back down to 135.
Meaning to stay at 140. 140 is a hot division, man. But the only thing is, he needs to get off Golden Boy. Like, who? They don't got nobody at 140.
No, they don't.
Montana Love is with Matchroom, so that's a DAZN fight. But after, let's say he beats Montana Love, which I would pick that. Who they got out for him after that?
I mean, yeah, I don't know.
You know, you're kind of stuck in limbo.
Yeah, you can't. You're not gonna make fights with Bob.
Yeah, at least at 135, you got Jojo Diaz, you got William Zepeda. You know, those are fights where the Mexicans, I feel like they will support those. You know, and those are both top 10 lightweights.
Right, it's a good way to build the resume.
Yeah, but so he's conflicted. Yeah, if he beats both those guys, and that's just on the DAZN side, then moves up and fights Montana Love, that'll be a nice little run. I obviously want to see him with Tank. I want to see him with Haney. I want to see him with Loma. I want to see him with all those guys, but all those guys on the wrong side of the street.
But I mean, Tank and Haney, Loma's not. But I mean, they're gonna be at 140. So why not just stay there? You'll be accustomed to the weight.
I see what you're saying.
And they're gonna be moving up and getting used to it. Those fights will happen, even if he goes to 140 now. They have potential to happen. Not going to say they're going to happen. Like you said, a lot of negotiations have to occur to actually get it going. But I think it's a good move for him to stay at 140.
I mean, he looks good as far as physically. He looks like, he doesn't look like a blown up 135. He looks like a 140 pounder.
Yeah, that's really all it's going off of. I mean, Fortuna is not a good measure of how he's going to measure up against other guys at the weight that, anything like that. But
yeah.
He looks good and comfortable at 140. Pause.
Yo, by the way, I like Ryan's patience because Javier is just trying to set up a punch, and Ryan is very aware of that and not getting too over aggressive. Although he knows that he can knock this guy out, so I thought he, these veteran tricks would trick Ryan into getting a little bit more aggressive, but Ryan seems to be on to what he's trying to do. I don't know if you guys have caught that.
I've been trying to pay more attention to their feet throughout a lot of this, as like when they've just been kind of trying to get position. Ryan's not really working for that outside foot position, but I think it would serve him too because
his foot placement is not.
I think he's getting relaxed on that because he knows Javier's not throwing punches. Javier's not. Come on, there's no way you gave that round to Javier.
No, nothing so far. I don't like.
Yeah, so that's another round for Ryan, and he's not throwing punches. He's not being effective. And although Ryan hasn't landed nothing spectacular, he has been controlling.
He hasn't had to hit anything spectacular. Fortuna's not doing anything, so him unspectacular punches. Nothing.
Yeah, if you're not doing nothing and he's doing a little bit, that little bit is better than nothing. I wish he would have took this opportunity serious because he had a little bit more left in the tank than he thought. As far as
all right, round 4 starting.
Yeah, round 4 started already.
We all got this 30-27 Ryan then, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Look at the official scorer over there. Just the unofficial scorer over there walking, not even watching the fight. Chris Mannix in the background.
No wonder his cards be iffy. That's hilarious. Yo, you remember that Harold Letterman scorecard with Chavez? He gave it was 8-0. I'm like, yo, what fight are you watching?
Oh boy.
Not giving Chavez no credit.
Look, I give credit to Fortuna. He's game. It's just not working.
Oh, he just got vicious right hand. I think I heard him too. And look, Ryan went to the body, now landing combinations on the inside. Great work by Ryan, not getting tied up.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a very crafty veteran, so he should know how to hold. And Ryan going in for the
Ryan's
kill now.
Putting it on him now.
Nice and calm too, not rushing his work. Oh, nice body shot.
Oh, that's it. He put him down.
I predicted it was gonna go to the body too.
Yeah.
He has his mouthpiece sticking out. He dropped his mouthpiece on purpose. The referee called time.
That was veteran tactic here.
Yeah, that's what you call being a veteran right there.
Yup.
That's what you call being a veteran. Look, they taking long. Look, he argued. The referee argued. He's like, "Oh, hold on, let me water it."
Mm-hmm.
And look, all he got was a warning. That was so worth it. That was such a smart crafting move by
that was an extra 20 seconds that he got. 10 maybe.
Great corner work too, taking long with the washing the mouthpiece. The referee literally had to step in. Yeah, no, and Javier seems to have confidence now. Look at him. He's got no Sergio Martinez, loosey goosey, coming forward.
He knows he needs to land something.
Yeah. I think he's going in for the kill now. Although Ryan's not hurt, I think he just realizes listen,
I gotta go for it.
Getting knocked out. If you want to knock me out, you're gonna have to earn it. And look, he's doing exactly what Sergio Martinez used to do. Put his hands down, and he trained with Sergio Martinez, by the way.
I did not know that.
Down and try to land that overhand left. Ooh, nice jab by Ryan.
Man, nice before Sergio's knees went, he was phenomenal to watch.
One of my personal favorite fighters ever.
I met him
from my era that I watched.
I met him too, Pena.
Yeah, dude, his fist is as big as my head. Like,
you met him?
I met him. I went to.
I met him too.
It was at a fight in L.A. It was the Maura Mosley card, which is one of the worst fights I've ever seen.
I met him at the Thurman Porter card.
Okay.
I met him as well, but I met him at a workout. Like at a bar. For the Matthew Macklin fight, they rented out a bar where he was signing shirts. I met him and Matthew Macklin, but I have a picture with Macklin. I don't have a picture with Martinez.
Yeah, I got a picture with Martinez somewhere.
I think
my brother's got it.
Yeah, I'll post it on Twitter and I'll tag you. I'll show you. I don't know.
Yeah.
I
have Kimpy.
No, I'm saying I have a picture with Sergio. So, I got a picture with a couple fighters. Sergio's one of them. He's a nice guy. Nice guy in person.
He is really nice guy.
Well, to be fair, I never met Sergio. How about that? I saw him close and personal because I went to his personal workout.
Mm-hmm.
He had at the Models in Times Square, and then he had something where they were promoting that was for the Darren Barker fight. And he had something at a bar where both of them were signing shirts, but the line for Sergio Martinez was so long. I just went to the Macklin one and got a Matthew Macklin signed shirt. Nice right hand by Ryan, by the way. Just landed a nice right hand on.
Ooh.
Fortuna landed a right hook there. Ryan kind of rolled with it a little, but it landed.
Oh. Don't go full Sergio Martinez and hurt your knee. Sort of him stumbling off a push. Yeah, Ryan need to get back on that body, man. He need to get back on that body. Because that's how he looks soft in the midsection. 2, you already dropped him there. You know you could hurt him there. Obviously, he's protecting his chin very well. You haven't been able to land something clean. Get to that fucking body.
You think whenever someone goes down like that, B-Hop just leans over to Oscar and's like, remember when I did that to you?
I mean, I got my thoughts on that fight, man. Oh, nice left hook by Ryan. Oh, man.
Oh. He got up right away, though.
Yeah. He doesn't look discouraged, and he looks like he wants to continue to fight, to be fair. But is he hurt? Oh, look, now he's going back into that Sergio Martinez style, trying to go wild, trying to be awkward. Look, both times he's gotten dropped, he's had success right after.
Because Ryan's looking for offense, and I think Fortuna knows that. This is another one of those like veteran things. He's like, all right, you're young, you're going to go for the finish now, so I'm going to try to attack you, and this is when I'm going to have an opening.
Yeah.
Just short on all those punches.
Oh, landed a nice right hook on Ryan. Let's go. Now he landed a nice jab to the belly on Ryan. Ryan coming back with a flurry. Yo, man, Ryan Garcia, a lot more patient than I would have thought he was going to be. I thought he was going to be a little bit more aggressive because of how he was talking. But it shows that he does have boxing IQ, too. He knows that's in his best interest to jump in and out, use his speed and try to counter,
It is like saying this from like a standpoint of someone who studied psychology. It honestly, to me, gives more life to the whole like mental like issue break thing, because if he was having those types of issues, he wasn't clear in the ring and he wasn't able to focus as much. And the increase of focus and, like you said, discipline, patience in this fight might be related to that as well.
Yeah. No, I didn't even think about it like that. That's a good point, bro. That's a good point. Because he looks very in charge of the fight, very controlled. Even when he hurts his opponent, he's very I'm not gonna, just rush in and get careless.
See this replay of what
for whatever reason, that's how I feel like how he would be.
Oh, that was a good left hook.
Yeah.
Fortuna knew it too. That exhale, he went down. It was like,
boom,
man.
It was like right on the temple, like jaw air from like here down. Like,
yep.
Oof, clean.
It's like where the jawline meets.
Yeah, exactly. No, that was nice and clean. It wasn't rolled on, wasn't partial glove, nothing. And that's why he got dropped. All right, remember it was 6.5. I was saying that it wouldn't go on under. Oh, he just dropped him again. He just dropped him again. 1, 2, 3.
I was just about to point that 6.5 out too.
So he dropped the mouthpiece again. Look, see,
that's
I
it.
Told ya. Under 6 rounds.
Under 6.5.
Under 6.5. Look, Ryan Garcia picks up Javier after knocking him out, hugs him. Ryan's a good dude, man. Ryan's a good dude.
Yeah.
He did the same thing when he knocked out Fonseca.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But Javier.
Well, and you got to think that Fortuna gave him a harder fight than he thought he was going to get coming in. Like after he hurt him, he was game and came at him. Ryan probably didn't expect that. He thought he was going to hurt him and then finish him.
I agree. Ryan got some resistance.
Mm-hmm.
He got some resistance.
He looked good. He looked good tonight. I thought he looked real good.
I listen. I agree. I'm not here to disagree with you. I liked how he boxed. Controlled the range, controlled the distance, hurt his opponent multiple times, never got careless when he did hurt his opponent, and then it still got the knockout in under 6 rounds.
Mm-hmm. Let me just say that, it doesn't really matter, but it's always a pet peeve of mine when refs, they'll stop it mid-count. Either do the full count or stop it before the count. What's the point of counting and then stopping it mid-count?
Well, did he stop it at mid-count, or did he count to 9 and then call it without actually saying 10?
Yeah, no, he didn't count to 10. He didn't finish the full count.
No, he did. He went 9 and then he just waved it off after that.
Well, yeah, he didn't do 10, but he didn't
the wave is 10.
Yeah, but
I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. Absolutely.
Do a full count. I don't know. That's just me. It's a pet peeve of mine.
No, I get it. Especially at this high level. I understand if this was an amateur fight. You're right. Like, no referee just goes, whatever. Don't give them the extra yard because the game is almost over.
Right.
No, the referees just call the plays how they call the plays. Whether you up by 100 or down by 1,000.
All right. So who we got at 140 if Ryan were to stay there?
140 has killer. There's way too many people at 140 that I don't know if Ryan's ready for 140. 140 has killer.
140 may be the deepest division in boxing.
Yes. And, every fight is a tough one for him. I
like that Montana Love option. He's sitting right in the
middle. That's the only option they got. Who else they got at 140?
Regis? We don't want to see that though. I don't want to see that for Ryan yet.
Why not? You want him to see against Tank? If you want to see him against Tank, why didn't you want to see him against Regis?
I want to see him against a real 140 or before I see him against Regis.
Okay, like you said. All right, I see what you're saying.
I want to see him. Yeah, exactly. Like I don't think that I think he looked good. He looked comfortable at 140, but I want to see him against a real junior welterweight before we say he's gonna go at a top 3 guy who, was arguably one of the top, 2-3. He's arguably one of the top 2-3 guys in the division.
Yeah, he had a really close fight with Josh Taylor.
Yep, that's what I was trying to think of, and that's in that tournament. Like if he had won that fight, we'd be saying he's the best junior welterweight in the world.
Yeah. All right. I mean, I get it, but I just want to see Ryan in a top 5 contender status. Like right now, the lightweight top 5 is what? It's Loma, Haney, Tank, Ryan himself, and I guess in Ring Magazine they probably have Cambosos just because he beat Tio, and although and he lost to Haney, which is just one loss, he shouldn't necessarily fall out of the top 5. But if we're looking at terms of skills, like I don't know, there's Michelle Rivera, there's Isaac Cruz. These are the names I want to see him in with. I'm tired of seeing him win with somebody like a Javier Fortuna or Luke Campbell, who I'm like, he should beat that guy. Right. Should he beat Michelle Rivera? I don't know. Should he? Is he that good? I don't know. Let's see it. Should he just beat?
I would love to see Ryan versus Pitbull.
Yeah. Can he beat him? I don't know. Let's see it.
I got an idea for 140. And because this was being talked about for Conor Ben as potentially, what if they send Jose Ramirez over?
No.
I mean, why not? They've done it before. They sent Jose Ramirez to fight Maurice Hooker. I mean, but he's about to fight for a vacant title. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I forgot about that. I forgot that got made. No, you're right. I forgot that got made.
No. Even if you want to say afterwards, let's say he beats Zepeda, which I'm not sure happens.
He will.
He beats Zepeda. He becomes champion. Why is Top Rank going to send their champion over? I understand Ryan is a draw.
Then it doesn't make sense.
But ESPN's going to look at it like, we just invested in a fighter to put him in position to get a belt, and you sending him somewhere? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, that wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah. So,
there's
not much. Like, Ryan's in a bad spot. Over there. If he goes with either Top Rank or PBC, he has a lot of options at 140. If he goes to Top Rank, we have the opportunity of Devin Haney possibly moving up. Tio's already up in that division. Josh Taylor, Jose Ramirez, Jose Zepeda. These are all the guys Top Rank got. So that's if you want that route, there's plenty of good fights for him. If you want the PBC route, does Tank move up? Gary Antoine Russell, Subriel Matias, Elvis Rodriguez, Alberto Puello, Kenneth Sims. Like he has options in both. Like you see how both of them. I landed I said 4 or 5 names. This is why this is the deepest division in boxing. I just mentioned 4 or 5 good names at 140 in PBC and Top Rank. And then again, if Ryan was to move up and Montana Love is already there, those are the only 2 really like viable 140 pounders the zone has.
Yeah, I'm looking at the rankings for each organization right now, and I'm finding it's hard to make a matchup with DAZN, like using Matchroom and Golden Boy.
Yeah, I can't. Again, besides Montana Love, name me somebody. I do want to know. Like, I'm like, yo, there has to be somebody else. There's no way they just got two fighters. At least two decent fighters where we're looking at as prospects.
I mean, who's Catterall signed with? But I know he's going against Taylor next. But who's Catterall signed with?
I think he's with Frank Warren, who does business with Top Rank. So he will be on ESPN Plus. You know this guy Jeremias Ponce. He's fighting Subriel Matias for the IBF interim fight. He's an undefeated Argentinian guy. He's 30-0 with 20 knockouts. He's not signed with PBC. He's signed to like an Argentinian promoter.
Yo, Pena, I just looked. Yep. He was signed with Frank Warren, but now he's with Probellum. Catterall.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Good shit, King P. But yeah, Jeremias Ponce, he's 30-0 with 20 knockouts. I saw tape of this dude. This dude could fight, man. So it's not going to be an easy fight for Subriel Matias if he gets when he fights for the IBF interim fight. And let's just say he wins and he becomes IBF champion. Who's to say that, that Argentinian promoter won't send him to DAZN to fight Ryan for a big check?
Right.
Because although he's a champion, he doesn't have a home here in America. Let DAZN put it on, but you just have to fight on their network.
Yeah, that would work out. That would be a good.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but that requires Ponce getting an upset win over Subriel Matias.
Yeah, a lot of things have to go right.
Which I've seen tape of Ponce. Ponce is a tough dude, man. Ponce is a tough dude. Them Argentinian dudes ain't no pushovers, man. Like Maidana and Matisse and Martinez, all these Argentinian dudes, they tough, man. So I just want to let Subriel Matias know, take that fight serious. Man. I know that's your Puerto Rican brother, King P.
What's next for Fortuna?
I mean, to be honest, I'm not in position.
He's fodder at this point. Let's keep it real.
Yeah, I'm not in position to tell somebody to retire. That's just not my status in the sport. But, retiring right now wouldn't be that bad of an idea, just because you're probably never going to get a title shot. That was probably your last chance to be in contention for a title shot. You knock out Ryan Garcia. There's a rematch clause. Let's say you knock him out again. Who's to say you're not eligible for a title shot? But now, after that loss, for you to climb up the rankings again, it's unlikely you're going to fight for a title. If you're not fighting to be a champion, then what are you fighting for? So I would retire, but I'm not knocking no man how to make his money. So if he wants to continue fighting just to, pay, make sure his family's set for generations, or he's trying to invest it, or whatever he's trying to do, and that's just the way he makes a living, I'm not going to knock it. He doesn't look to the point where I'm worried about his health just yet.
I got you. I like that.
How about you? What do you think about his career?
I don't think it would be bad for him to call it. I think that he's still good enough to be a test for young guys coming up, and that he could beat some of those guys, but he could lose to some of those guys, and like King P's saying, he could potentially lose bad to some of those guys.
He's gonna. I mean, like if he stays in long at this point, if he keeps going, he's basically gonna be He's gonna be the Dominican Gamboa going forward. Let's keep.
Yeah, honestly, that's a great comparison, bro.
Yeah.
It does he want that? Like, to me, if I was Cuban, I'd be ashamed, man, of Gamboa being passed around like that. Like, damn, man, like, the guy, he's gotten dropped in almost every fight he's been in. It feels like
he's a cheap hooker at this point. The way he's
and it's like they keep throwing him in. They threw him in against Isaac Cruz, Tank, and Haney. I'm like, y'all trying to get this dude killed.
Yeah, and
Crawford.
And no, well, I mean, he was
still good. He was still all right. He was a little past it, but
that Cruz fight, I don't want to see him anymore. I don't want to see him.
It's like, so I don't want that future for Javier. I hope Javier made enough money to like in this fight to now just relax and maybe be a trainer or whatever, open up a business, buy a couple of real estate properties. I don't know, but I hope he did enough in his career where he don't have to fight no more. But again, if he wants to continue fighting, I'm not gonna knock it because he's a he doesn't look like spent.
How old is Fortuna?
33.
Okay.
So he's still young. I'm not young, but you know what I'm saying.
He's still fairly young. He's fairly young still.
He could still fight for a couple more years, but if he is financially set, I don't think it would be a bad idea for him to consider calling it like a career.
Yeah. Let these young guys shine, man.
I didn't realize he was that young. I don't know why I thought he was older. I don't know why I thought Fortuna was older than 30.
Yeah, you saw that damn way in him looking all soft and gooey in the stomach.
Man, he's younger than Linares. Yeah, I didn't know.
I knew that. Damn, bro. You thought he was older than Linares?
I thought he was around Linares' age. I thought he was like 35, 36.
Nah. I knew Linares because I remember when Linares got knocked out by DeMarco.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yo, he was fighting such a beautiful fight, and then just his face just got broken up and got stopped. Man, he was a really, really good fighter. Just didn't have the chin, and he cut too easy.
Linares was always smoke and mirrors to me. He had talent, but he lacked the durability. He just was not durable at all. Anybody that was durable was going to give him trouble just because he couldn't hang. And then once you factor in the cuts and the chin, it was a wrap for Linares. Once he fought anybody at a higher level.
That dude had speed, had power.
They tried to make him the next Oscar. They were marketing him as like the next Oscar.
Yo, I remember in that DeMarco fight. Yo, Max Kellerman is crazy, man. This dude be making the wildest comparisons. So if you remember, Linares was looking beautiful in the first few rounds. He was boxing beautifully, good, stepping around, using his jab, showing snappy, hard right hands and left hooks. Yo, and at one point, Max Kellerman said, he kind of reminds me of Sugar Ray Robinson. I'm like, damn, bro. Like, really? Like, that's the dude? Really? That's the dude you want to compare him to? You could have said, somebody else. One of the greatest of all time is who he reminds you of. And then eventually he gets knocked out. I'm like, yo, that was one of the wildest things Max Kellerman ever did.
Well, he got knocked out before DeMarco. Like the DeMarco knockout wasn't his first knockout.
No, he got clipped. And I believe he was winning that fight too, if I'm not mistaken. Was it a Japanese dude?
I think it was in Japan, but I think it was
in Japan, but it wasn't a Japanese guy. I forgot the guy's name.
Yeah.
Let me look it up.
Yeah, look it up. If I'm not mistaken, he was winning that fight too. He just
here it is. No, Juan Carlos Salgado. Salgado knocked him out in the first round.
I actually do remember that. I do remember that.
In the first round.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no point was he winning that fight.
And he got knocked out by Sergio Thompson.
The Thompson knockout happened right after the DeMarco knockout. And he knocked out back to back.
His chin wasn't shit, man. His chin wasn't shit.
I mean, he did have some skill. So
no, that's what I'm saying. His chin failed him. And
I remember.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just saying. I remember. He fought. What's the guy's name? The Japanese dude that Arakawa. Arakawa was coming off of a fight of the year with Omar Figueroa, and fucking Linares handled him with ease. I was surprised that he handled him with ease the way he did. He was talented.
Listen, nobody's ever said Linares don't got talent. It's just that chin, man. That chin was nothing, man. Like the same thing with Amir Khan. When Amir Khan was coming up, that dude was nice. I don't care what anybody tells me. I was late off that Amir Khan train, man. I was one of the people that was holding on for dear life. I'm like, I know what I saw. But when he beat Maidana, dropped Maidana, fought him in a real tough fight, and got a W. Who else he beat? He beat
he beat Paulie.
He beat Paulie. He beat Judah. He beat
Judah. That's right.
He beat Barrera. Who else?
Yeah, like he was beating these guys, and he was even beating Danny until he got knocked out.
The fight was only like 3 rounds by then. It was only 3 rounds.
He won 3 rounds. I believe he won the first 3 rounds and then got knocked out in the 4th.
That's like all of Amir Khan's knockouts. The Bradis Prescott one, he was doing all right against Canelo. Like every single one of those fights, like his skill is there, but if you touch him on the chin, he's just gets hurt. Even Maidana hurt him at the end of that fight.
It's not only that, like it's not only the chin, although the chin does, make a big factor. It's like Amir Khan is a guy that has a lot of talent, but for all the boxing talent he has, he doesn't seem to have boxing instincts. Like the way he fights, you can tell he doesn't know, like when you put him in certain situations, like he should be holding on. He should he fights back instead of holding on. Like things that you should know. He doesn't know how to survive. He doesn't know certain things that if you had boxing instincts, boxing IQ, he would have done a lot better, even with his bad chin. But just he didn't know how to do certain things. He just had all the talent, and that was it. Didn't know, the instincts. There was other fundamentals that he just lacked. Plus, he was predictable.
Numbers fighter.
He was very predictable. I used to joke around and say that Amir Khan is like the way he punches. It's almost like if you've played Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter, he's basically just holding the turbo button and just keep pressing down, just the same thing. That's all he does. There's no predictive. It's so predictable. And he was always gonna get timed. He was always gonna have issues with people that had good timing.
Yeah, Amir Khan, man. If he had better defense and a better chin, I feel like he could have been special, man. It's just he like you said, he was very predictable with those 1-2s. And I also thought it was a mistake when he lost to Peterson, which, by the way,
I thought he won the Peterson fight.
Yo, we got to do that on an official scorecard.
Yes, we'll do that one. Because I thought he won that fight.
Not only did I think he won that fight, the referee did a bad job taking points from him. And on top of that, Lamont Peterson tested positive for some synthetic testosterone, which is why he didn't get the WBC belt, because Amir Khan kept the WBC belt.
You got to remember where that fight happened.
In DC, it happened in DC, in Lamont's hometown.
Lamont's hometown of DC, and yes, they don't really have. And then they don't really have a good commission.
and then you see the judge talking with somebody with a hat. It was real suspicious, man. It was a lot of funny things happening in that fight, man. A lot of funny things happened in that fight, and Lamont Peterson got the W.
Yup. Yeah, I thought Khan won that fight too.
I don't think he should have gotten the W.
No, but on top of that, that should have been a no contest. The guy tested positive for synthetic testosterone or something like that. He tested positive, and so I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Amir Khan was WBC and IBF.
No, WBA and IBF.
WBA and IBF. So when he tested positive, the IBF went with Lamont Peterson, but the WBA went with Amir Khan. Am I mistaken?
Yeah, no. He kept the WBA belt.
Yeah, I think when all the testing stuff happened, the WBA said it wasn't going to be on the line, so Amir kept it.
Yeah, because Danny had the WBC belt that he wanted from.
He kept the WBA. You're right. I'm seeing it right now.
He did it from Morales. Khan still kept the WBA belt because of the whole Peterson testing positive, and Peterson kept the IBF belt.
Yeah, which is ridiculous. How is that not?
Peterson should have lost that IBF belt twice. First time for that fight, for the Amir Khan fight, and testing positive, he should have been stripped. The second time, he should have lost the belt when he lost to Matisse. But that fight wasn't for the belt.
Yeah.
Because Matisse wanted to keep because Matisse was the WBC mandatory, and he wanted to fight Danny Garcia. So he didn't want to lose that positioning, so that he wanted to make sure that Danny couldn't duck him. So he didn't take the IBF belt. And it was at a catchweight, or it wasn't at the limit.
Yeah, man.
He should have lost the belt against Batista.
Yeah, man. Those there was a lot of close fights, man, around those times that I didn't necessarily agree with. You guys remember Kotelnik versus Devin Alexander?
Vaguely.
Oh, that yeah.
Yeah, I
do
thought
remember that.
Kotelnik won that clearly, man. Yo, and Harold Letterman had Devin Alexander winning. I'm like, yo, bro, what are we watching? Harold Letterman had a horrible scorecard in that fight. If that fight was any good, I would rewatch it on the official scorecard, but I don't remember it being that entertaining. Like, so far we've only had one necessarily, I don't want to say boring fight, but one not a fight that's not too entertaining. That's the Ward Kovalev fight.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, the Meldrick Taylor, Julio Cesar Chavez was a war. Duran Leonard was a war. Triple G Canelo was a war. So if I'm gonna rewatch a fight, I want to make sure it's a good one.
Right.
But it's funny. I was going to say that even though I thought that Peterson should have gotten the loss for against Amir Khan, I do think that he should have beaten Victor Ortiz. I thought he won the Ortiz fight, and he got and Ortiz got a gift draw.
I agree.
That was a close fight. If I remember correctly, I believe that was on the undercard of Maidana Khan too. But anyways, if I remember correctly, I remember thinking to myself like that could have gone either way, and then it ended up being a draw and being happy about it. But maybe I got to rewatch that.
Yeah, because I thought Peterson kind of won that convincingly to me on some like it was only 10. It was only 10 rounds, but I thought he won.
I remember
he won at least 6 rounds. I thought I gave him like 7 rounds.
Yo, HBO was giving crazy content. Had Lamont Peterson and Victor Ortiz on the undercard of Amir Khan Maidana. Yo, HBO was on their shit back then. Shout out to HBO, man.
HBO boxing was my favorite when it was like at its peak.
Yeah, ain't nobody was fucking with them. Because you gotta remember when they were with Don King, they were putting Chavez on Tyson undercards. You imagine seeing Chavez and Tyson in one day?
Oh, wasn't that Showtime? I thought that was Showtime.
No, he started off his career with HBO, and then they went to Showtime.
Yeah, because I remember as a kid them being on Showtime.
Yeah. He went on Showtime later in his career. Early in his career, he was on like in the early 80s, he was on HBO. Like his major fights are all on HBO. With the exception, I guess, of Lennox Lewis, which was a major fight, but he wasn't in his prime.
Wasn't that on both?
What?
Oh yeah, you're right. It was on both. You're right.
Lennox,
right.
You mean Tyson and Lennox? Yeah, that was on both Showtime.
That was on both.
No,
there's only
right.
That and the Floyd Manny fight were the only 2 fights where they broadcast.
No, and what about the Tyson Fury?
That was ESPN Fox.
Wilder fight.
That was ESPN Fox.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yep.
Another 2 entities working together. But now HBO was giving us content.
But I remember it's funny because this is how I always kind of knew that HBO wasn't confident in Manny. I remember hearing that they wanted, because what was one of the things that HBO didn't want to do, which they did for Lennox and Tyson, because Lennox was on HBO, Tyson was on Showtime. As part of the part of the deal, when they broadcasted both of those, like the fights on both channels, part of the deal was the winner of that fight, depending on who won that fight, they would get rights to that fight for like if they wanted to air it in the future. So since Lennox was backed by HBO and Lennox won the fight, HBO gained the future rights to that fight. They didn't want to do that the second time around when it came to Mayweather and Pacquiao, because Pacquiao was with HBO, Floyd was with Showtime. I think they really knew who was going to win that fight. That fight was too risky for them to do that and not get the future rights to that fight. Even though it doesn't matter now because they're out the boxing.
That's a good catch, though.
Yeah, I never knew that happened in the negotiations, but that's a fight that honestly, I think I've rewatched like 3 rounds of it. I remember Floyd doing pretty much what he does in every fight. I don't understand why people found the fight boring. I remember feeling like it was a normal Mayweather fight.
It was
And
easy.
I remember Manny winning like 4 rounds. I don't remember it being a total blowout like people.
No, I gave him 3.
Says that he didn't give not 1 round. Oh no, he
no,
gave,
I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna go.
He said he only gave him 2 rounds. I'm like, nah, I think he won like 4. Like Manny did okay.
Manny won 2 rounds. Definitely won 2 rounds. I gave him 3. I could see 4. There are people that gave him 5 rounds. I feel like they're being a little bit generous there. They're just like looking for rounds to give to Manny. I don't think he won 5 rounds. I think that's a little bit too much.
Again, that's a fight maybe we need to rescore, although not controversial in terms of scoring, but definitely
just determine how close it actually was.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a shame that it wasn't when both were at their peak. I think both were a little bit past their prime, especially Manny, who had been knocked out by Marquez pretty savagely.
If they could have met at 135.
Nah, man. Meet at 147 at 2009, 2010. That's when the fight should have happened, right there. Boom.
Yes, it should have.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've always been of the opinion that if that fight would have happened in 2010, Floyd would have knocked him out.
I mean, good. All right, then let's see it. People think like, oh, that's because you were a Pacquiao fan. That's the only reason you say it. Nah, I'm a fan of boxing, bro. If you telling me I could have got a knockout and now I didn't, then I'm upset. I wanted to see a knockout. I'd rather see a knockout anytime than a decision. And you telling me that Floyd would have dominated and knock him out, okay, then I would have wanted to see that. Or you telling me that Pacquiao was way faster back then, hitting harder, and had better reflex and would have knocked Mayweather out? Cool, then I want to see that. I'd rather see a knockout. I personally was rooting for Mayweather, but just because I was a Mayweather fan at the time does not mean that I would not, be entertained by a Manny Pacquiao knockout. I didn't care. I know that Manny Pacquiao in 2010 was an animal, and it would have been a better fight back then.
It would have been.
But I always know that because I remember I think it was either the first or second round where Floyd hit him with a pull counter, and like the way Manny reacted was like it was almost like he had like shades of the Marquez fight all over again, where he got hit with that straight right hand. And everything like after that, it was like okay, like it was like he realized, okay, let me just chill. He wasn't gonna bounce in and out recklessly. If he would in 2010, he would have bounced in and out recklessly, come in and got hit with that same pull counter. He might have got hat.
It's a shame. It's a shame Manny didn't agree to the
drug test. That's on him.
That's on him, man. It's a shame because honestly, people think, oh, you blaming Mayweather. I never said that. It was Manny's fault. At the time, I could understand somebody going like, yo, why you want to test me? Like, that seems weird. I could understand just on a personal violation, like, especially Manny Pacquiao saying that he didn't like needles or whatever. People started testing positive. Andre Berto, Lamont Peterson. Who else tested positive in that era? There was a lot of people getting caught with
yeah. Well, I say
enhancers. Hold on, let me finish. A lot of people getting caught with performance enhancers. So after I see that, I could be like, oh shit, now I understand why he wants blood in urine testing. And then after Marquez knocked out Pacquiao, he started doing blood and urine testing moving forward.
Yeah. So I always say that because I mean, like, people in the gym have talked about their suspicions with Manny. It's not a secret. Like people have had a lot of suspicions about Pacquiao and his PED usage. In fact, I'll tell you this: one of my a coworker of mine at my job, he grew up boxing. He was a guy who was in the amateurs. He didn't go pro because in the late 90s he ended up in a really, really bad car wreck, and he messed up his knee and his back, and he just could not get clear. And he wanted so he couldn't go pro because they just would not, New York State Athletic Commission would not clear him.
Okay.
So he told me in the late 90s when he was still working, he started working at my job in the late 90s, and he knew a guy that would come to the job that he was a promoter from the Philippines, and he would tell him like, oh, let me get you a fight. I can get you a fight in the Philippines. You want to come to like go against one of my Philippine fighters? But he knew because he told him, the guy told him, a lot of those guys in the Philippines were shooting up. And he told me, he was like, man, this promoter told him, like, listen, I got this young up-and-comer. He's going to be a star, man. His name is Manny Pacquiao. And so, like, my coworker still remembers that to this day. And knowing that promoter and knowing that his, like, how all those Philippine fighters were shooting up, from then he always believed that Manny did steroids.
I mean, a lot of people. I don't like accusing people unless there's proof, unless there or like a lot of like circumstantial evidence where it's like you can't prove it, but like, come on, there's been none of that with Manny Pacquiao. He worked with Alex Ariza and Justin Fortune as strength and conditioning coaches. Those guys, to my knowledge, have never been known to use PEDs or anything. None of their fighters has that stigma, and he never tested positive. I'll never.
Neither did Mosley. Neither did Mosley. Didn't test positive either.
What was that?
I said neither did Mosley. He didn't test positive either, but he got caught up in the Balco scandal.
Yeah, he got caught up. He got caught up. That's what I'm saying. The truth will eventually come to the light.
I don't even think Holyfield didn't test positive either, but he was taking PEDs.
It was paper trail. There's no paper trail with Manny. There's no paper trail.
Although
A-Rod, he never tested positive, but there was paper trail.
Although the Holyfield to me is always the funniest because it makes me laugh because he got the shipment sent to his house under the name Evan Fields. I'm like, come on.
He said it was for his grandfather. I don't know, man.
Come on, man.
Shit was definitely wild.
I don't know whether or not Manny did or didn't do anything on the sake of being cautious. There's nothing there. I can't say he did. I think the thing that had the most traction that I heard of like potentially what could be going on was the EPO thing, the blood doping, like what Lance Armstrong was doing, where it's not usually taking like performance enhancing drugs to make him stronger or anything like that, but he's doing stuff that allows him to work harder.
I mean, that's still cheating, though. That's still
cheating. No, I'm not saying it's not, but I'm just saying, like, out of all like the different like theories that there were about like what he could have potentially been doing, like allegedly, that's the one that holds the most water to me.
But again, there's no paper trail, and as far as I know, he never tested positive, and he's never been associated with people who happen like. Had he been associated with Victor Conti, and I'm not throwing, he got felonies for a reason, or he would have been associated. Who else? Memo Heredia, who's also part of the Baco scam. I can understand you questioning, but the guys worked with Justin Fortune and Alex Ariza and Freddie Roach. Those guys, to my knowledge, all haven't produced a fighter that tested positive, at least not in a consistent basis where it's.
Freddie Roach had James Toney, didn't he?
You talking about one fighter?
A couple of fights. Did he?
You talk about one fighter, and I don't know how long did he coach him? Was it his whole career?
It wasn't for very long.
Wasn't for very long.
I think it was like for like 2 fights.
That's what I'm saying. So you talk about a guy that came in for 2 fights. I don't know if he tested positive under his watch, but he may or may have not. You know what I'm saying?
I just don't like. I just don't like the whole thing where people are like, oh well, Floyd didn't want to fight Manny. It's like it's rubbish to say he didn't want to fight. He didn't want the fight so much that he agreed to a 50-50 split. Come on now. The fact that he agreed to a 50-50 split right there just shows me that he wants to fight, because people don't like 50-50. People don't take 50-50 like unless it's like equal, especially like that's like people don't realize like how much ego goes into purse splits. You're not gonna take taking 50-50 purse split with somebody means you're on the exact same level. And when you look at their pay-per-view numbers, their common opponents, like Pacquiao didn't do the numbers that Floyd did, like sales-wise. So for him to take 50, he didn't deserve 50-50. It was 60.
In 2010, he deserved 50-50.
Nah, I don't think he deserved 50-50.
In 2010, the thing is, you got to look at it like, all right, with me, this fight will generate whatever 500, 700 million dollars. I have no idea how much that fight would have generated around that time. All right, and instead you fight Mosley, and you're going to generate 100 million. So obviously, I bring value to the negotiating table.
He brings value.
Other fighters don't. So that's why I should get 50-50, because if you don't fight me, you're probably going to make 40 million, and then if you fight me, you're probably going to make 150 million, 200 million, who knows? But it's like I bring value, bro.
Bringing value to the table is not the same thing as 50-50. You could bring value to the table and still not be 50-50. I don't think.
But it was agreed on. They agreed to the fight. It was agreed to the fight 50-50 everything.
Yeah, no. I'm saying like
last minute Floyd threw that in, and that's what threw away the negotiations.
Yeah.
I remember that.
This is what we're going through with Crawford Spence right now.
What was that?
This is what we're going through with Crawford Spence right now. Neither guy wants to give the other guy more money.
Yeah, I mean, I hope that's not the case, man. Like,
we're going to see the fight, but I mean,
man, I'm tired of waiting, man. Make that fight, man. Make the fight. I'm tired of waiting for this Crawford Spence.
I think we'll see an announcement soon, but I just don't like talking about it anymore because it's like
I agree.
It just gets annoying after.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, bro, I've been waiting long enough.
Because this is like, I don't think and this is just my opinion. I've said that this fight is the most important fight we've had at welterweight since Leonard Hearns.
No.
Biggest fight. No, absolutely.
Pacquiao Mayweather?
Yes, no. Yes, this is bigger. Like Crawford Spence right now is bigger than when Pacquiao and if Pacquiao and Mayweather had fought in 2010, I would say yes. But in 2015 versus Crawford and Spence in 2022, Crawford and Spence now is bigger than Mayweather Pacquiao was 7 years ago.
More important, not bigger.
More important. Yes.
I see what you're saying, because it's an undisputed fight. They're both undefeated. They're both relatively in their prime. I see what you're saying.
I
thought you was trying to say bigger, like as in more pop. Like,
no, I know more important. This is more important to the boxing in the welterweight division.
I'm like trying to think, and it's like I can't really think of any. I'm like thinking it's like Oscar Shane, nothing. Like I can't.
The only other like case you could make for is De La Hoya Trinidad.
No, what about Judas Spinks for undisputed?
But they're not like Spinks was not at a high like level wise as far as like notoriety. It's like it was. I like.
No, but that was an important fight. Hold on, that was an important fight, an undisputed fight. Come on, bro.
No, I'm not saying it's not important. It is important, but when you factor in notability and just
like, are they considered the two best?
All
of that, yeah.
Yes.
It's not, you know.
That's what I'm saying.
It's like, we had Kambosos, Haney for undisputed, but I mean, are those really the two best lightweights in the world?
No. I mean, Haney, yes.
Haney, yes, but Kambosos, the other B side of that, maybe not.
If it was Haney and Tank, that'd be a different story.
That's a good point. But for the most part, the belts do show who's the best in the division. For the most part, like I use the belts as kind of like as markers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're not just giving them out. There's still only 4 of them. You know what I'm saying? Are some divisions weak? You know, and then you got like a guy like Daniel Gill who becomes a unified champion, and you're like, what? You know, but there's some divisions that, you know, like when Tio became unified when he beat Loma, that was a pretty impressive win, and it was for a lot of belts, including the lineal championship.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always just glad to see I see a comment there. Crawford Spence is more on Canelo GGG1 level, not Floyd Pacquiao. I mean, Floyd Pacquiao, if that happened in their primes, I would agree. But in 2015, when the fight actually happened, it was still important. But
listen, the difference between 2015 and 2010 was in 2010, it was going to be number 1 pound for pound versus number 2 pound for pound. In 2015, it was number 1 pound for pound versus number 3 pound for pound. So it took a little bit of the like allure of it out because that's when Andre
in 2015.
What?
No, I don't think I had Manny number 3 pound for pound in 2015. I think I had it dropped.
I'm going by Ring Magazine. They had Andre Ward number 2. Because Andre Ward was getting busy around those times. I don't know if you guys remember.
Yeah.
And then they had Manny Pacquiao number 3.
Yeah, I don't think he should have been number 3.
I don't remember who he fought after the Marquez fight off the top of my head. I can't remember the
Bradley like 2 times, and Bradley's a good win.
He fought Brandon Rios.
Brandon Rios. I remember the Bradley one, Rios, and then So I mean,
Jesse Vargas? Oh no, wait, no, that was after.
It is just a matter of the fact that like you said, that fight wasn't as important for what it meant to the current state of boxing when it happened. Like historically, yes, it's a matchup between 2 all-time greats. We got it. It happened. We know who won now. It's not hypothetical. But in the grand scheme of where boxing was at that point in time, didn't matter as much.
Also, King P, did we forget that he ended up beating Keith Thurman to become the number 1 welterweight like 4 or 5 years later?
You don't have to tell me twice. I didn't forget that, unfortunately.
Yeah, so let's not act like he was super duper washed.
No, I didn't say he was super duper washed. He never said that.
He was a number 3 pound for pound at that time. Wasn't too crazy.
Yeah, I'm not saying he was super duper washed, but I don't remember him being I don't think I remember having him number 3 pound for pound.
Yeah, look, after he got knocked out by Marquez, he beat Brandon Rios, Timothy Bradley, and Chris Algieri.
Yeah, Chris Algieri, I forgot about that.
No, I'm just reading what happened.
No, I know.
They've taken into consideration that they thought he beat Bradley
the first time.
The fight before that, I mean, I thought he lost to Marquez in that 3rd fight.
I did too.
Same.
And then, like they taken into consideration everything. Like, yeah, he got knocked out by Marquez, but look what he did before. And then look, he beat Brandon Rios, who was an okay contender at the time. Then beats Timothy Bradley, a Hall of Famer. Then beats Chris Algieri, who at the time was coming off a win off of Provatnikov, which whatever now, but Chris Algieri was undefeated at the time, and that was what was available. Then he goes into a fight with Floyd Mayweather. He was justified at being number 3 at that time.
That first Bradley Pacquiao fight, I don't remember if it was entertaining or not, but that might be a good candidate for the official scorecard.
I totally agree. That listen, the reason I haven't been so organized with it is because I'm trying to have like a list of Rolodex. Mm-hmm. That way, when I'm bored, I just go, yo, this, because I'm gonna have a schedule. I'm not sure what day, but let's say Thursday at 12. I'm making up a time. I want to have like 2 or 3 set days where to come to my channel and you're gonna watch the official scorecard. It's just I just want to have a big Rolodex. Right now, I have a long list, so now it's just a matter of me planning as to when. I got a lot going on. As you can see, there's a lot of moving parts. I got 1,000 subscribers. I don't know. Can y'all super chat now? I don't know if y'all can send me money just yet. I think
Well, trying to get the money. Bro, we want that money. Okay, I got the super chats. Give me some money now.
All right, I don't think I set it up yet. I think I gotta set it up.
Let's take the politics out of it. Ryan versus Brandon Lee at 140. What do you guys think? Because that's what someone brought up in the chat.
I don't like Brandon.
I'm not high on Brandon Lee.
I'm not super high on him either.
That power is crazy though.
He can punch though. I'll say that. But his boxing leaves a lot to be desired.
Yeah, someone brought that up in the chat. They brought up Regis and then they brought up Ramirez, who both of which we talked about.
I mean, Ramirez, I'm not high on Ramirez, man. I think he's gonna lose to Zepeda.
No, I think he's gonna beat Zepeda in the ring.
I think he's gonna beat Zepeda.
There's something about Ramirez I don't like. It's something like it's not. You know what it is? I just can't get that out of my head. How Josh Taylor pressed him up.
You just don't like that he's a man of his people, huh?
What do you mean, a man of his people?
I'm just talking shit.
No, he's solid. I like Ramirez.
I don't like sore fighters, bro. In an undisputed fight, Josh Taylor getting in your face, pushing you around, and you just letting it happen. I was like, oh no, I don't know. I'm picking Zepeda. And I know that's a underdog take, but I'll take the underdog there.
So you think it's maybe more of like mentally when he's in that fight and he's getting pushed around, he's gonna lose in that way.
Yeah, I just don't think he got it mentally there. I see the talent, but I just don't think he's mentally there. Yo, shout out to Twin Munoz. I'm here from your TBV cameo this week. Yeah, man, you saw me there with a suit looking fresh with my this flag is legendary to me. Yo, if somebody was to want to buy this flag from me, they're gonna have to give me a lot of money. They're gonna be like, oh, that flag not worth that much. Exactly. That's how much this flag is worth to me, bro.
Man, you could just
got miles on it.
Come on, stop that. Listen, Broadway, you could sell that and then get another Dominican flag.
Nah, bro. It won't be this one. It won't be this one. It won't be this one. Yo, bro, I'm taking this flag with me to London, to Puerto Rico, to Miami.
Or you could just keep that flag and send somebody another Dominican flag and they won't know the difference.
Nah, man. This flag has traveled with me. It's been in almost all my videos. Was with me. Yo, Hector Luis Garcia and Alberto Puello had this flag on them. You know, they were holding it with me. Yo, that flag, if they both become world champion, I'm gonna sell that picture as an NFT. Yeah, I'm gonna put it up for like a
Broadway NFT.
that flag's the real road warrior.
Hold on. Let me show you that picture if y'all haven't seen the picture with me and Hector Luis Garcia. And y'all can follow me on Instagram and Twitter, by the way. Just find me, Broadway Joel.
Yeah, a couple people here in the chat from the TBV appearance.
Yeah. James Valdez, shout out to you. Oh, de lo mío. Yeah, my Dominican brothers in there. But yeah, let me show you how the flag, how legendary this flag is, man. Boom, look, Hector Luis Garcia and Alberto Puello, man. That was a dope experience for me. They were both mad hyped to see me. Like when they saw me, it was like, oh man, a Dominican is here. And I brought Nestor Gibbs from the Boxing Voice, who's also Dominican. So hold on. So they are I had the shit lit. It was a really dope experience traveling out there. I definitely want to take more trips to Vegas.
Yeah, I want to go to Vegas myself. Maybe I'll go for a fight.
You ever been?
No.
No, never. How about you, Huey?
Nah, never been.
Man, y'all gotta travel more, bro.
I travel plenty. I just never been to Vegas.
Oh, okay. How about
you? I traveled. I went to Colombia a couple months ago. I be traveling. I just haven't been to Vegas yet.
Oh, okay. Now, when people tell me you don't travel, I'm like, yo, that bugs me out. Like, yo, I never left. I
never left Brooklyn.
I've never left the tri-state area. I'm like, yo, that shit gets me nervous, bro.
You know
like,
that
you don't know you haven't seen the world.
Yeah, that's wild. Say you never even left the tri-state area.
Yeah. Nah, bro. I'm a very well-traveled man. Like I've been to a lot of places. I've eaten in a lot of restaurants and gone to a lot of places. So when people tell me they haven't traveled, it bugs me out.
Yeah, I'm trying to do at least two travels every year.
For sure. Yeah, I don't know if you guys ever been in North Dakota, but if you haven't, don't. But you gotta travel living here, man.
My man takes all his money for vacations and podcast gear. That's it.
Basically.
That's it, yo. Like ain't shit to do out here, but save your money for a vacation.
Yeah, living's cheap. It's just, hey, where am I going? Where am I going in 2 months? It's like a trip, like once a quarter. You gotta get out,
there, bro.
It's cheap, dude. I pay less than $1,100 a month for a 3-bedroom.
Don't tell me that. No, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. You want to make me mad. Don't go into how much you pay for rent.
I get it.
You want to make me mad.
It's cheap to live New York, man. New York is expensive, bro.
That's why.
Yeah,
we're trying to find a 2-3 bedroom.
We pay double what you pay to live in a cardboard box.
Yeah. Yo, you can't even get you can't even find a 3-bedroom to pay and pay 1,100 in the hood. You can't even find that in the hood. The worst neighborhood in New York, you can't find that.
Yeah.
A
The worst
3 bedroom.
neighborhood, you're probably paying like 1,800 for a studio.
So no,
I'm being generous.
My girl and I have been looking to move and looking at places for rent, like renting places in like other parts of the country, mostly west, but like, man, it's just a lot different.
Yeah, man. I looked at LA because I was thinking of moving to LA, and even the outskirts, man. The outskirts is because the thing is over there, you could live in a condo, but they mostly rent houses, at least in the outskirts. It was like 3 G's.
Yeah. My sister lives in
500. I'm like, God damn.
My sister lives in LA. It's very expensive.
Yeah, I got a few friends out there.
Yeah. I'm thinking of moving to Vegas, man.
That'd be legit. That'd be a good spot for you. It's centrally located for all the boxing stuff you're doing.
Yeah, man. Salah's gym got mad Dominicans. The Dominican, that's another thing. Hector Luis Garcia, I got that on tape. He said that. I mentioned that already. He said that Dominicans, they run Salah's gym. That anybody who talks tough, they put them into spar with a Dominican, and they leave out their calm. That's what he said. I'm gonna put the video out, but I'm just giving y'all a little teaser. So, I'm already cool with the Dominicans, so me getting interviews from them won't be hard. I'm already cool with the boxing voice. He told me I could come on anytime, so that's cool. One of the guys from the Porterway podcast, he hit me up. He was like, "Yo," he was trying to link, but then he had car trouble and we couldn't link. But point is, he was, that's another connection I was gonna make.
Mm-hmm.
And every time I'm out there, I'll be going to a different gym, and you meet people, you get numbers, you exchange, and most of the big fights are there. I'll start getting press passes. Like, things will move a lot quicker if I'm living out there.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, no, that's a great place with what you're doing with this channel and all the work you've been putting in, man.
Yeah, man. When I saw how Nesta got his thing situated, I was like, okay, like he kind of gave me like a basis as what I need to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's kind of like, all right, like he got this going on, that this is how he does it. I may not do it like that. I may do it like this, like
you got an outline to work with.
Yes, I guess to some degree. I was seeing him do stuff, and again, I'm only gonna keep meeting people. Like, again, I was gonna meet one of the guys from the Porterway podcast. I also got interviewed by one of my subscribers. My subscribers. His name is, what's his name? Damn, they're gonna kill me. But their YouTube name is Dynamic Duo. Is a guy, his son, and is a guy and his son. It's two guys. It is two like a father and son. Damn, I don't know why I'm taking so long to say that. A father and a son. They have a YouTube channel called Dynamic Duo. I must have sounded crazy. And they hit me up. They was like, "Yo, you're in Vegas?" I was like, "Yeah." They was like, "Yo, we live out here. We would love to interview you." So I was dead tired. I was jet lagged. I went downstairs to the casino and still gave him an interview.
James Valdez in the comments says Texas is the place to live. We got gang of chance
here.
Yeah, shout out San Antonio. Shout out Bam.
James Valdez. If Frank Martin didn't have just fight Jackson Mariñez, I would be more receptive to Texas. But Michelle Rivera gonna get his get back for our country.
Yeah, you going to that fight in August 20th?
There's a lot of moving things as far as for my job, but if it was up to me, bro, I'm definitely going. I have to go. Come on. I was debating doing a fight like one of these.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I don't know. I think you're better off being there and seeing it live and experiencing it. And who knows, maybe like get behind the scenes video footage or something like that.
I'm gonna send you some links for some equipment you might be able to get it for pretty cheap. That way you can do mobile interviews easier.
Okay. Yeah. Send that to me.
Yeah. It's basically what I use to join on Spaces, so that way I can use an actual microphone rather than having to have like the AirPods mic.
Oh, because what I do is I just record from my DSLR. That's it.
That works too.
Yeah, I have a nice little handle. Boom, I got a boom mic.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'll send you the links. You can see how it works. You can see what's going to work best for you.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm thinking of hitting up these guys, both Boyo and Garcia, and seeing if they want like a behind the scenes kind of like documentary style.
Yep.
Where I'll go down there and record from the like let's see if they can make me part of their crew, like like the guys who walk out with them and they have their own little ringside seat.
Yeah.
I feel like it's in their best interest. I could record and do something nice for them. I'll bring it up to them. But Hector Luis Garcia, he fucked with me heavy, man. Just shout out to him, man. He really is supporting my channel.
Nice. Yeah, no, that'd be tight for exposure for your channel, exposure for them. You'd be able to get that footage and kind of like work it through, edit it for them, do all that kind of stuff. It'd be real good.
I'm here trying to think which Dominican fighter you haven't interviewed.
Jason Rosario, that's it. That's the only one I have interviewed. And honestly, with Jason Rosario, that's kind of been my fault. Like I don't even want to put the blame on him. That's been my fault. But yeah, that's the only one. There's another one, I guess, Luis Reynaldo Nunez, who he was trying to get an interview, but that was the same time a lot was going on as far as me interviewing. That was when I was interviewing a lot of people at one time, and he wanted to be one of the people to be interviewed as well. So it's kind of like a scheduling problem. But he's another one. But most of the Dominicans I've interviewed, man, or they know me, or they know about me, or I don't want to interview them. There's some Dominican fighters who I don't want to interview, and I easily make a couple phone calls, make that connection.
Wait,
the ones I want to just. Jason Rosario and Luis Nunez, I have it. Those are the only two that I want to, and I have it.
Okay.
Well, if y'all are listening or their managers are listening, reach out to Broadway, get that interview set up.
Did you get Payano?
I got connections. I could reach them. That's not a problem. That's on me. What's up, KP?
Did you get Payano?
Payano, I have not. But like again, that's not somebody I'm necessarily interested in.
Okay. So I'm trying to think. I'm like,
Eric Rosa, he's like a straw weight WBA
or what's his Edwin Rodriguez.
Nah. See that again? You know what? It's funny. I'm gonna rewatch. I'm gonna do an official scorecard. Edwin Rodriguez, he fought Will Rosinski. Me and Will Rosinski trained at the same gym. We actually sparred a couple times. He went easy. It wasn't like he was going like we really. I don't want to make it seem like we really sparred. Like he just went in there and moved with me. This Tuesday we're gonna do an official scorecard. We're gonna rewatch his fight with Edwin Rodriguez. What's interesting? He's a fireman. He's like, he goes, I'll be watching with you, but if a fire happens, then he gotta like run out. I was like, all right, whatever. We'll make it work.
Just record it. That way you can edit it and put it together for a video afterward.
Nah, if anything, it'd be kind of cool if you fucking he has to run out and grab his uniform round 10 or something, or round 9. Like, all right. Well, actually, it was a 10-round fight, but so I guess 7th round, let's say, he has to run out. Right. I think it'd be cool for the channel. It just would suck if just as the first round's about to start, something happens, he has to run out.
Just gone now.
Yeah.
Well, and then there's the other Dominicans that are you even sure they're really Dominican? Like Abraham Nova. Abraham Nova's parents are Dominican.
Nah, both his parents are Dominican?
Yes. Nova's parents are Dominican. He was born because they moved to Puerto Rico, and he was born in Puerto Rico and then ended up moving when he was 9, he moved to Albany. So a lot of people
I need to talk to him. He needed to come on my channel. I need to talk to him. I need to talk to him because I actually was there when he got knocked out by Robeisy Ramirez.
Yeah.
I was impressed in that
fight.
Bro,
Robeisy Ramirez? Yo, man, he was showing so much skill and flash and great footwork and technical and power, apparently. Man, he looked fantastic in that fight. I came away very, very impressed with Robeisy.
I mean, he's not a gold medalist for no reason. I'm just glad he's taking things seriously. Because I remember when he first turned pro, I would see pictures of him partying overweight. I'm like, this dude not taking things seriously. Now it looks like he's taking things seriously. So
yeah, man. I've never seen him perform like that. So I always knew he had talent. Again, you don't win 2 gold medals for nothing. They're not just handing that to you. But yo, when he's never looked that impressive. And Nova's a good fighter. Nova's not a bum, and he just went out there and knocked him out cold.
That was on
And
the
there's
Joe
no
Smith
break
Betterby
skill.
undercard, right? A few weeks
Yep.
ago.
That was on the Better Be.
I just thought that was a little weak. Like, Nova, you're the bigger guy, and you letting Robesi just bully you, and like he's the bigger man. Nah, you're the bigger man. Use your size.
Nah, man. It was a very impressive performance by Robesi. I really, really liked it. But guys, I just want to say thank you so much for hopping on the channel with me. You guys can follow me on Instagram at Broadway Joel. Follow me on Twitter at _Broadway Joel. You can follow HueyP at
HS Pena _ on Twitter and Fighting Words Podcast on YouTube.
And you can follow King P at
Follow Ring Gang Radio on YouTube and Instagram and Twitter. And we got our own site, ringgangradio.com.
There you go. Definitely go check out both their social medias and and King P's website. Thank you guys so much for coming out to the live fight party. We talked a little bit about everything today. Can't wait for next time. Hopefully next time my Dominican brother can pull off the upset when he's this much of an underdog, but it wasn't our night. As always, que viva la República. All right. Peace.
See ya.